Good afternoon, welcome to YouGarden. Back with myself, Shaun, and the lovely Bex Edwards for 2 hours of phenomenal plants. We've got loads of bulbs coming up, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've got the bulb zone going on over
bulb
there.
Zone, we're liking
bulb zone,
it.
Yeah.
We've got some clearance deals, some bestsellers, and thank you for joining us here on YouGarden TV. Right, I know many of you are regulars, you know it already, but if you don't, free gift with every order this afternoon. You're going to get, I'm not being funny, 40 crocus.
Yeah, 40 of them.
Worth £9.99. That's how they arrived, ready to plant straight away. I love crocus.
I think they're great. Honestly, these are, after your snowdrops, they're one of the earliest flowering plants that you can have in your garden. I mean, that picture says it all. They can be flowering when there's still snow on the ground. I like how versatile they are because, you can put them into pots, you can put them into your borders. I really like the idea of putting them through your lawn. That's exactly what I've done because you're not mowing the lawn at that time, so it's not taking up any valuable sort of space in your garden. Just put them through your lawn, create those lovely drifts, or a pot display like that would be gorgeous.
They're just going to put such a smile face. You know when winter feels really long and February's a pretty awful month, isn't it? I hate February. I think it's dire. Really it's a dire
You're so
month.
over it by then, aren't you? I can't wait for spring.
It's like, I think January and February are just the worst month of the year for me. But
it's my birthday in January. It's the worst month to have a birthday.
Oh, God, and everyone's
honestly, it's the worst month.
Yeah, well, everyone's like trying to detox, not drinking.
Nobody wants to go out. Nobody's got any money. It's dark. It's miserable. Honestly, my 18th birthday was an absolute bust. It was rubbish.
Your parents planned that really well, didn't they? So you will get your crocus. They will delight you in February time. They really will. Worth £9.99. Also, we have got a deal on postage, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Now, you need to get your basket to £30. If you get your basket to £30, you will get free delivery on that basket. We've got a couple of top tips throughout the 2 hours where we can help you to just tip it over that little £30 mark. Yeah?
And do you know what? Nearly every customer earlier today spent over £30. You can buy anything from the show, but also you can check out the YouGarden website. You might think, I need some seeds, I need some secateurs, whatever. So honestly, get your basket to over £30 and you'll get free delivery, which is phenomenal. Now, some of you were quite clever. You milked the system and you put in a few separate orders.
We like that.
And you got extra free gifts.
You people, well done.
Yeah, it's just shopping smartly. So you get a free gift with every separate order. So just play to work it all out and to really get the best value. Talking of best value, we are going to start. Look at these. Right, we just have to. The camera's going to have to widen out for these because we've actually got two agapanthus. So these are really mature plants. Honestly, if you saw that in a garden centre, what would you expect to pay?
40? 45? At this time of year?
I would say at this time of year, maybe around about that price. In summer, if this was covered, imagine this had 1 metre flower stems on it, and they will grow that big. You could pay an absolute premium. Now, obviously, it's towards the end of the season. It's a great time to actually plant these in your garden.
It really is, yeah.
Best time, really. But we have got an offer today that is absolutely incredible. Are you ready for this? So, one for £29.99, but does that say buy one, get one free?
It does say buy one, get one free.
Yeah. So buy one,
get one
free. So you're already saving £5 on the first one, but then you'll get a second one absolutely free of charge. That is honestly absolutely incredible value for money today. You will pay £6.99 postage. No, you won't if you add one other item to your basket. We'll deliver them for free. Let's talk about agapanthus though, because these really are dramatic, they're stylish, they're not a shrinking violet, are they?
No, well, I decided that I'm an agapanthus yesterday because I'm very much...
Don't big yourself up too much, Bex.
Well, it was when you said the stylish thing there, I was like, okay, that doesn't quite fit.
No, but you are like an agapanthus.
But I require a lot of attention.
And you like sun?
No, I don't require it, I demand it.
She doesn't really. You like sun, don't you?
I do love sun, and I love a hug. And your agapanthus loves a hug as well. It likes its roots to be restricted. We'll get onto that. But this is an absolutely beautiful plant that requires actually very little attention from you. It wants to be looked at for sure, but you don't actually need to do much to this.
And honestly, when these flower next summer,
oh my word,
you're going to be gobsmacked. You really are.
It's the blue colour as well. I know. It's so pretty.
And this is one of the really big agapanthus. We do the sort of like mid-size, and they're the ones I've got at home.
Yeah.
But these are the really dramatic ones, and they're native to Africa, of course, aren't they?
Yeah, they're known as the African lily. There's just a name for them, and these are the tall ones, as Shaun said. These are the ones that are going to reach up to 1 metre in height. You can see that there's one flower spike on one of these, but next year we're going to have several flower spikes on these.
Yeah,
they are fairly well-established plants. So there it is. Look, so you should get more than one flower spike on here. I would hope that you'll get 2 or 3, and then they will multiply over the years.
And I think the way that you know that these are mature, if I just show you what you're getting in the pot.
Yeah.
You've actually got, look, not just one clump. I'm going to have to do this.
I'll turn it around this way.
But look, you've actually got. There's only way to like support to this. But look, you've got several massive clumps in the one pot. You know, look at them. There's just loads. So, you know, quite often if you're buying an agapanthus, you just get a single clump. But look at them. Look at Bexy's there as well. So they're really mature. Oh God! Right, they're obviously they're really heavy. So £6.99 postage is actually great, but you'll get them delivered free.
I got
if you
one
buy
for
one
my
of the
mum
items.
this week.
Did you?
I didn't get the buy one get one. She just wanted one, so I did just get one.
So you paid a bit more, didn't you?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they are beautiful.
But let's be honest, they've taken up a lot of room in our 11-acre nursery. We've got 11 acres.
Need to get rid.
We do.
Make space for more stock.
2 today. Well, it's a buy one get one free for $29.99. But you do need to use that code YGTV42 as well. Now we've talked about them loving a sunny spot, so full sunshine is the best. But they like you were saying to be hugged, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They like their roots to be restricted. Now, I planted a little tiny agapanthus, a baby agapanthus, years ago. I can't remember how long, 4 years maybe. But this was before I knew they liked to hug. It still hasn't flowered to this day. And that's because I made the mistake of just planting it out into the border. And it was a fairly empty border.
So I bet it's happy, but it's just...
Oh, I get leaves. I get lovely, luscious leaves from it, but no flowers. So what I need to do to that is probably dig it up and put it in a pot, or plant a load of other plants around it, because then it'll feel like its roots are being restricted. You can bury the pot in the ground as well, can't you? And then, it feels like its roots are being restricted. Or when you're digging it into a border, put a lining around the hole, so like flat stone, like slate or something around the hole. It'll feel like it's being restricted. And then you will make it happy, and it will give you a wonderful, wonderful display.
Now, I'm just
the flowers
thinking...
are like this as well, by the way. They're big.
I'm just thinking, if you are one of the many, many tens of thousands of discount club members, you'll actually get 10% off those. So your price will be around about £27, $13.50 each. You know, and you'll get free delivery if you buy one other item, you know, the smallest item you can find. But they are amazing value.
No, they really are.
Yeah.
Really, really
ridiculous value, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even at this time of year, that is a crazy price.
And even if you know, maybe you haven't got space in your borders, but could you buy these two and put them in pots?
I think these would look great. In fact, we've got urns. There are some urns on the website.
Yeah.
Have a little search for some urns, because I think these would work perfectly in those urns. They feel like it'll be tall then, because once the flower spike comes out of the top of it, it will be tall, but that will look impressive.
But if you want any pots to put these in, then just go on our website and have a look there. But it's one of the items we are clearing stock. Buy one, get one free for just £29.99. Now we've also got for you, yes, I'm going Bex.
That one.
This is the most stunning hibiscus. It's called the Starburst Chiffon. Do you know, I dare touch the flower in case I knock it off. God, I'll leave you to you.
I'm gonna do it this.
I'm not even
going to touch it.
Honestly, I've got a real habit of just like, if there's one flower left, I will knock it off. Because obviously these are coming towards the end of their flying season in October. But that is the most beautiful flower, isn't it?
I love the colour there.
Look at this.
Really
Dare I open
deep,
up slightly?
That deep burgundy colour in the centre there. The contrast with that creamy white as those veins come through there. It is so pretty. And the chiffon series of hibiscus is that double flower.
Yeah.
That's what you get there. So you get the frilly outer petals, but you also get the double flower, and that's what the chiffon is all about.
Now, I know you might be looking at this thinking that is never going to grow in the UK, but it is fully hardy. It comes with a lifetime guarantee. All of our winter hardy plants do come with a lifetime guarantee. So if this doesn't do well, if you're not happy at any moment, then just get in touch with us. We'll replace it free of charge. All you pay is the postage. So late summer flowering.
Yeah, late summer flowering, and this is why you want this in your garden, because this is going to be in bloom when a lot of others aren't. It starts to flower around sort of June, July, and then into August, and then it's going to give you those flowers through to September and into October as well. They do get covered in these flowers too. So I know there's only one on here, but as it grows and it matures and it establishes, you'll get so many flowers on here.
And I'll say it again, it's a great time to plant.
Yes, it is.
Right now. You know, you could buy this next year, but it's not going to then have the whole winter. You know, you think this is going to have like 6 months to really settle in over the winter. It will lose its leaves. It is deciduous. It will lose its leaves. But I promise you, next late summer, it could look absolutely magnificent. And loves, like you, it loves the sun, doesn't it?
Loves a sunny spot, absolutely. You do not want this in a shady spot at all. You just won't get the flowers from it. And ultimately, you know, that is what you want a hibiscus in your garden for, because you get these gorgeous kind of almost tropical looking flowers that, you know, you think you can't actually grow in this country. And there are hibiscus out there that you can't, that isn't winter hardy. This is not one of them. This is a winter hardy plant. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. So there's 2 reasons that you can, you know, shop confidently here today.
I mean, I think that is one of the most beautiful hibiscus we've ever had on the show.
It's the colour contrast, isn't it, I think?
It's just divine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It really is. That's a stunner. Imagine having that in your garden. Imagine that next year and for many, many years to come. I just think that's beautiful. And they will survive in relatively poor soil, by the way, as well. They're not, you know, they're not that fussy, but as Beck says, they just love the sunlight.
They do.
And they will give you that fabulous late summer flower. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, we did promise you we've got loads of bulbs to show you. Should we have a little look
Should we enter the bulb zone?
What did you call it? Bulb zone.
The bulb zone, yeah. Let's go and join the bulb zone.
Now, you will... Oh, hang on.
Oh, he's just...
I'm bringing you free bulbs with me, so you will get those free with every order. Don't forget this afternoon. By the way, if you want to be part of the chat, you can message us. YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Malcolm's one of our regulars is there as well. Got a really nice crowd that are with us every
Yeah, they come and join us every week, don't they?
And what is nice, you know, you wouldn't expect at this time of year the shows to be getting busier, but they are.
They are.
They are. They really are.
Well, we're relatively new as an actual channel. The nursery's been here for a long time now, and we've been bringing plants onto people's screens for many years, haven't we? So as much as, excuse me, YGTV is new, there's a lot of experience behind the scenes.
But the broadcasting from here is new. We've only been doing it for 7 or 8 weeks, but massive plans for 2024. Right, let's show you some. And we are, by the way, in the middle of the nursery, so we've got this luxury potting shed.
It is luxury.
It's huge. It's huge.
Like it,
but we are in the middle of an 11-acre nursery in Lincolnshire. Right, let's talk bulbs though. Oh my word.
Oh, this one we love.
Oh my word, they're just so, I just think these are so sophisticated, aren't they?
They are. Again, it's that colour combination, isn't it? It's a bit like our stocks that we've got. It's got that lovely kind of purple mix.
And when we had the Platinum Jubilee, I did all purple and white and silver, and it looks really, it does look really nice.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous colour combination, and this is one of the most popular bulb packs that we sell and has been for several years now. And it's because of, I think it's a bunch of things, okay? Tulips, yes, we know they are an iconic spring bulb. We adore tulips because I always say that they fill us with hope, they fill us with joy. The dark months are over, the spring and the summer is on its way. That's what a tulip really signifies to us. They normally come out
after the clocks have changed, which is great.
Yeah. It's lovely, honestly. But then you've got that gorgeous colour mix going on in there, which we've talked about. But it's also that lovely fringing that you've got on those, the fimbriata edge to the petals that you've got on some of those tulips. This is why this is absolutely a bestseller and has been for many, many years. Carefully selected blend of colours, fully hardy, perennial and coming back for you every single year. And, you know, you can do pretty much, as far as where you're going to plant them, it's up to you. You can fill a border with them. You can fill pots with them. You can put them in window baskets if you want to. These are such a good flower to have in your garden, and what we provide you from here, from YouGarden, is excellent quality.
And we just wanted to show that because, you know, you can buy bulbs, you know, pretty much anywhere, can't you? Any garden centre.
Yeah, of course.
Any big shed, as we call them. But how many times have you bought a bag of bulbs, you've opened it up and you found that some of them are like squashy and squishy, they're not going to flower, they're rotting. Or you find that some of them are really small and you know if they're too small, they're not going to produce a flower. All of ours have been selected to be the perfect size. When I say the perfect size, big and mature enough to grow a tulip. Every single one of these bulbs will produce a tulip.
Yep.
Pointy side up, obviously. I think people sometimes worry too much about planting depth. We always say, on average, look at the size of the bulb and plant it 2 or 3 times its depth.
Pretty
much. It does say on the
much.
bag anyway.
It's a general rule.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has its own rules. But generally, if you do that, you can't go too far wrong.
No, but they're really high quality. And, you know, you should get 25 flowers from those 25 bulbs.
Or 50 if you go for that double up deal.
Yes, we do like to double up, don't we?
We do like to double up.
For an extra £5.
Yeah, and to be honest, you know, 50, you'll easily be able to find space for those, I think.
All the bulbs I've bought from YouGarden, I have done the double up offers.
Have you?
Yeah, all of them.
Very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have or not, to be
Oh,
honest.
I have. I was thinking, why
I have got
not?
a lot of bulbs. I'm going to count them when I get home, actually, because I'm going to make a start on them tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too.
There's hundreds.
Now,
There's
if
hundreds.
If you're looking for value, if you're thinking, oh, I'd like to have hundreds of bulbs, Bex.
There you go. Let's do it.
We could do it right now. 300 summer flowering bulbs, sorry, spring flowering bulbs rather. Honestly, how the team have done this, I do not know. The recommended retail price is nearly £30. We're talking £9.99. It works out less than 4p a bulb. And what we love about this selection, it takes you from really early spring into late spring and even early summer, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. I mean, you're getting several months worth of colour out of this.
You are.
Starting in about February and going all the way through to June, that's what you're going to get from these 7 different varieties. Now, they all come individually packaged with the labels on the front so you know which bulb is which. They also come in a big bag as well, which lists what's in there.
So shall we start from the first one to flower?
Let's go with it. First one to flower is going to be your crocus. About February time, they're going to start coming out. Remember, you're getting some free bulbs as well, free crocus bulbs when you add those in. But you're only getting 15 in this pack, so it's great that you get some extras included with that YGTV42 code. And then you will get February, March flowers from here. And crocus, they're nice and compact, aren't they? They don't get massive. We're only talking 15, 20 centimetres in height.
They're just lovely in the middle of
Love
February.
a crocus.
They're gorgeous, and you can plant them under trees. You can plant them, you know, in between your shrubs, in your beds and borders. Great for pots, hanging baskets, grass like you've put in the lawn.
Yeah, love them in the
So
lawn.
you get your 15 crocus. Then what's next?
Iphion is what we're looking at.
The ones
next.
right over there. There you go.
Yeah, so about March, April time, these are going to start flowering for you. Lovely star-shaped flowers there. Nice kind of shades of blue. They're scented as well. Again, not massively tall, about 25 centimetres, and you're getting 80 of those. So those, you definitely want to plant lots of them together.
Yeah, because I've grown those before, and they are really kind of like miniature and petite, but they're beautiful en masse.
Yeah,
they're
put
really
loads of them
pretty.
together and they'll look amazing.
Don't put them at the back of a border because you won't see them.
You'll lose them. You'll lose them.
No, they're definitely like great for little pots, great say at the front of the border, and great en masse as well. Then looking there, I'm thinking the narcissi could be next.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the daffs are going to come next. So they're the Marie Curie and they're the miniature ones.
Lovely.
So these are the ones that are only going to reach about 20 centimetres in height. They're absolutely beautiful, and you're getting 15 of those included as well.
Then I'm thinking, well, the tulips are going to be up next with the grape hyacinths and mascari.
Yeah, absolutely. Tulips, you're getting 30 of those, April, May time. Lovely, classic, sturdy, nice mix of colours. And your mascari, which you're getting 30 of those included as well. The grape hyacinth. And we love those, don't we? Grape hyacinth, they're quite vigorous, which is great because they'll multiply and they'll spread, and you can have a carpet of mascari. But then when the mascari are done, they just disappear, and then they just pop back up again next year. I love those. It feels like a bit of a magic trick with mascari.
So we've started in February, we're into sort of like April time, and then we've got our aliums, haven't we?
Yeah, and then we're going to move into the the more summer months. So May, June time, we're going to have 80 of the allium molly, which are the yellow ones. They're going to look at
They're
those.
really nice.
Yeah, lovely. They're going to reach about 40, 50 centimetres in height, and we've got the allium neapolitanum in there as well. So they're the white globe-shaped ones, and you get 50 of those bulbs, about 40 centimetres in height.
So I mean, just
really
amazing
nice
value. Don't be put off by the quantity. You know, honestly, get yourself out in the garden, get planting these, even give some of them away if you want to friends and family. But the value, that is the best value pack we do here
really
in YouGarden. It works out less than 4p a bulb today, and you're paying a third of the recommended retail price, which is absolutely amazing value. Love those. Right, if you're thinking, oh, I like those, but actually it's aliums that I want. We have got aliums by themselves, but these are the queen of the aliums.
Yeah, they're the purple sensation. Really, so when I think of aliums, I do think of the globes, the purple ball of, joy. And there's loads of different aliums, and we'll show you that in a collection in a second, but this is the one that I think of. And you are getting 25 bulbs here, but there is a double up deal if you want to get 50 of these. Wow, 50 of these.
And honestly, if you want style, drama, architecture, structure, doesn't get more dramatic and more beautiful than this. The great thing is as well, when the aliums are finished flowering, they do actually produce seed heads that have got a really strong structure to them.
They are, yeah.
And a lot of people leave those seed heads on there all summer long because they look so beautiful. Then finally you might dry them out completely and even use them as a dried flower arrangement.
Well, it's really good to leave the flowers on there because obviously you want, it's the same with a lot of bulbs. You want the strength to go back into the bulb, which is why it's good to leave the flowers on there for as long as possible so that strength goes back in the bulb to give you the flower next year. But the added benefit, as Shaun said, with your aliums are that they still look stunning when they fade. Not all flowers look as good as that when they start to fade, but aliums really, really do. And it is either $9.99 for 25, postage is included, or you can double up and go for 50 of those for £14.98. But they are amazing. So we call that the queen of the aliums, but some of you might be thinking, I'd like a mixture of aliums because there's all different colours, shapes and sizes, and that's where the complete alium collection comes in right now. And you are getting here 100 aliums, different shapes. Well, I say different shapes, pretty much they're all round. Not all. Not all. There's a few different ones.
Different colours and different heights, which gives you the most amazing displays.
Yeah, they really do. You've got 7 different varieties included in here. Pollinators absolutely adore all aliums. The bees just buzz around them. They're winter hardy. You can use them as cut flowers, as dried flowers. They'll come back for you year after year. And they're tough. They're hardy. They give you an explosion of colour in your garden, and they're surprisingly sturdy as well, particularly considering the size some of those ball heads reach. That's what I'm trying to say. They get quite big, and they the stalks actually do hold them up very, very sturdy. And you're getting 7 of the purple sensation. We talked about those big balls of purple spheres. The Christophy, which are the giant lilac solid spheres. The Siculum, you're getting 7 of those. Those are the hanging ones, and you get up to 30 of those hanging ones. The Nigrum, which are the white globes, 5 of those. 25 of the mollies, the yellow sparkler flowers, 25 of the drumsticks, surprisingly, they look like drumsticks, and 25 of the Neapolitanum, which are like the white sparkler type ones as well.
So all of those
you've just seen,
amazing. They look great planted together, don't they?
They really, really do. Yeah. I mean, we haven't got every single one in that picture either because I can't see any of the mollies in there. I think, you could easily plant these all into one space together and just see all the different ones come up and create a lovely display like that.
And we would love you, by the way, to take pictures. We'd love next year for you to show us how you've got on with your aliums.
We like looking at people's gardens.
We do.
Honestly, show us your pictures. We love it.
And we love sharing our own gardens experiences as well with
you.
Right, also, just while we're over this side of the studio, we have got our vintage stocks. We've all gone for these, actually, the whole team here at YouGarden TV. And you can see why. I mean, I just think the colours are just so beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are pretty.
To me, they're just the perfect collection for a cottage garden.
Cottage garden feel. If you want scent in your garden, yes, you should be going for your aliums. This is a more compact variety of stocks. They can get quite tall, but these are only going to get to about a foot in height. They are garden ready. That's what Shaun's just showing you there. They have been grown on and potted on, so they're ready to plant out. The fragrance you get from these are absolutely incredible. They are hardy annuals, so they're flowering now. You want to get them planted out now so they get nice and strong, and then they will flower for you again next year, May, right the way through to September time.
Wow, honestly, they're just absolutely
love those.
Beautiful, perfect, and that colour mix, I think, is divine. So, if you want the aliums, 630126. If you'd like to go for our stocks, that doesn't want to go back in. If you like to go for our stocks, you are saving £7 today at just £12.98. Truly beautiful, aren't they?
Truly beautiful. That colour combination is just to die for. It is so, so pretty.
Yeah, I love just looking at those.
Yeah. And you'll love sticking your nose in them as well.
Do you know, I can honestly say, if you watch us regularly, you will have some of the best gardens in your neighbourhood. I really believe that, don't you? I really think you will. And we are going to, you know, as the shows get bigger and the website has more content on it, we are going to, you know, we're working with our head gardener, Peter McDermott, and Stuart, head of technical, and we are going to have lots of more online content with lots of hints and tips and ideas and things like that.
So, that's the plan.
Yeah, loads planned over the next 12 months. Really exciting, isn't it?
So excited.
Yeah. And I can also say...
Roll on 2024. That's what I say.
Yeah, but I do want to enjoy the autumn, don't you? Yeah,
because it's going to be a bit quieter, because next year it's going to get really busy.
Yes, it is. But honestly, when
enjoy the rest, because we're not going to get any next year.
When we started the TV side of the business, we honestly didn't think it would grow so quickly.
No,
but it is. You know, we knew it was going to be great, but it's got good really quickly. Yeah. And there's a lot of new members now, and a lot of you regularly watching. And you know, although there's a big number of you that watch live, relatively speaking, so many people stream us later on as well, which is absolutely fine. You can always watch the shows on catch up, of course, on the YouGarden website as well. So don't forget, £30 or more and you'll get free postage. Also, look at our studio, by the way, it's got even bigger. We've expanded this week. So £30 and over, you'll get free postage, but also you've got your free gift, of course. There's fabulous crocus bulbs worth £9.99 with every order, but you always have to put in. Yeah, go and get. I've left them over there, Bex. You know I have. You've always got to put in that code YGTV42. That is the special code for this week.
I know, and that will give you. You'll be looking for it. Otherwise.
Oh, I'm useless, honestly. I need about 10 of these around the studio, so don't forget them. But really great. They are worth £9.99, and please don't think that's expensive for 40 crocus.
No,
I was in a big DIY store a few weeks ago. They were selling 25 crocus for £6.99. So we are very, very competitive with our price, but they're free with every single order. But you do need to put that code in. Right. What else have we got for now? Oh yes. Panico Wave. I know we've shown you these. If you watched that the day, we have shown you these several times. But they just keep selling and selling. More and more of you ordering them. They're number 2 today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, there's not long left, is there? You know, there is a point where we're going to have to stop showing you these because we will run out of time to be able to get them out and plant them. You could probably plant them in November, couldn't you, quite happily?
You can, but if you plant them now, they're just going to get a far better start.
For sure they are. They will get a much better start in life. They will start to establish quicker because we know that the ground is in such a good condition right now. Arguably, particularly when we're talking about perennials and things, now is a better time to plant than in the springtime. But these, you want to get them in the ground so that they can mature, so that they can establish before the colder months come, and then they are just going to be absolutely incredible. That is a garden-ready plant, if ever there was one. But what's going to happen with these is that they are going to just keep flowering for you for, up to 9 months, right the way through to May, even into June if the weather is favourable. You will get a gorgeous mixture of colours going on.
And do you know, I planted mine 3 weeks ago. It's incredible just how much they have grown already.
Because it's really good conditions.
Yeah. I have planted them in our premium professional compost, obviously.
That helps.
Yes. I haven't fed them yet because you wouldn't feed them for the first few months because there's plenty of slow release fertiliser in the compost.
Yes, but we want to make sure they're watered.
Yes.
Particularly on those dry, windy, because you don't often think about watering, do you, over the winter? But if it's hanging baskets, the windy days, they can dry your baskets out. You keep saying that, don't you? So
well, I know, because I know I've told many of you, but me and my other half, I've got the village pub. And it's really annoying sometimes. Sometimes we will have a winter holiday and we'll come back and the baskets like this.
Yeah, because nobody's watered
It's
them.
like, what's happened to the baskets? I was like, well, it's winter. You don't have to water. I'm like, yes.
Yes, you do.
We had 40 miles an hour winds that just, dried them out. So, yeah, just obviously, if you know it's going to be windy, keep an eye on them as well. But honestly, they are amazing. It's a buy 10, get 10 absolutely free.
Yeah,
and that postage is included in the price today as well. I know when you get them home, you just think, oh, they're nice pansies, but honestly, it's what they do and how they grow and how they trail and how they flower that is so incredibly impressive. It really is.
Yeah, it's the best trailing pansy, and it does gently trail and gently cascade. So great for hanging baskets, but don't think it has to go in a hanging basket. It can go into a pot. It'll just tumble over the edges. You can plant it into the ground. And
if you have bought these, just message in. We'd love to hear from you. Did you buy yours a couple of weeks ago? Have you planted them? Where are you going to put them? Be part of the show. We're live until 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we would love to hear from you on YouTube and, of course, Facebook Live as well. But cannot recommend those highly enough.
No, for sure. I mean, I've been planting them a couple of years now. They look great every single year. My hanging baskets I planted about last week. They're looking amazing. They're going to fill out so quickly. Yeah. I can't wait. And they have a lovely scent to them as well. They do. Smell nice.
Now, we are saying try and get your basket to £30.
Yes.
Because you will get free delivery. And about, I think, nearly everybody earlier today got...
Just one person paid postage earlier.
And that's fine, because, not everyone has £30 to spend, of course. We appreciate that. But it is worth just being a little bit savvy with your shopping. If there's something that you want and it's got postage, some items got like $6.99, like the agapanthus, just get your basket to over £30. Now, these, for example, these are our Panico Wave baskets. They're pre-planted. They've already been grown on, so all the hard work's been done. They today are only $29.98. Now, for club members, if you're one of our 40,000 discount club members, you'd get those for around about £27.
Amazing.
Yeah, which works out $13.50 each. Do you know what, Bex? How much would the rattan basket cost alone?
Yeah, I think the rattan basket, you're probably looking at least £7,
I was going to say
£7.50, something like that.
I reckon $6.99 just for the basket.
Yeah.
So for $13.50 each for club members, or £15 each if you're not a club member, you've got a pre-planted, ready-made Panico Wave basket. I wonder how many plants have been put in there as well.
Do you know, I'll see if I can count. I was looking earlier. I think it's got to be at least 8 in there.
At least.
I think so.
Yeah,
I can't really tell. I mean, I can have a little dig round one of them and see if I can see how many are in there. But yeah, you've got 7 or 8 plants in there, plus it's filled with the compost in there. So when you break it down to its individual component parts like you're doing, you can absolutely see where the value for money is coming in.
And although they look good now, they're only going to get better. You wait. Good. There's so many pansies in there that I've got buds on that aren't even in flower yet. So you are going to get a massive colour with those. And all the hard work has been done for you. So, if you're thinking, I'd love some hanging baskets, I don't have the time, maybe you find it quite difficult to make up a hanging basket. There is a bit of an art to it, a bit of a knack, and you do need a bit of time and patience, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And I get it. Listen, we won't tell anybody. There's no judgment here. We're in the No Judgment Gardening Club. If you want the pre-planted ones, you go for it. Then all you've got to do is get your basket to over £30.
To be honest, I'm more than happy to buy them and put them outside the pub and just tell everybody, well, they're from YouGarden where I work.
Well, there you go, yes. Absolutely.
I'm not proud. Because some years I've had to make 20 hanging baskets up, and it's a lot,
Yeah.
It's a lot. But anyway, they're all done for you. All that hard work's been done, and you can get them for just $29.98. I don't want you to pay that postage. I mean, they are really heavy, but you can get rid of that $6.99 postage by just buying one other item. In fact, this is a great little one that you could add to your basket, isn't it?
Okay, so if you're buying the hanging baskets and you had the club discount, so £29.99, £3 off, so we're talking £27, and then £6.99 postage, so that takes it back up to
33. Yeah, no, 34.
Add this into your basket instead at $5.99,
and we'll get rid of the $6.99 postage.
And you're actually saving money.
Yeah, so you'd save £1,
saving money,
and you'd get 10 gorgeous plants. So it really, so as I say, nearly every single one of you earlier today did avoid the postage.
Hey, I mean, that's not going to work for every single basket you put together, but if you're adding your pre-planted hanger baskets and you are literally just underneath that £30, this is the best suggestion that we can give you. Your Primrose Bonelli bicolour mix, because these are perennial plants, they're going to come back for you every single year. It's only $5.99, so it will take you over that £30. They are beautiful as well. Like, you're not just adding them into basket just to get over the postage. These are gorgeous flowers.
Well, they've known as the bicolour collection, so many of those flowers have got 2 colours or 3 colours in there. And they're just, I mean, look at that.
That one is my absolute fave,
that yellow centre, that fades out to the white, and then that indigo blue.
Love that.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Really, really, really gorgeous. And you know, this is the display that you're going to get from these. I think that these are, you know, they're the winter colour. So along with your pansy cool waves, these are going to give you that colour over the winter months. November, I mean, you can see it's flowering now.
I know.
But then all the way through the winter, all the way into April, nice and compact as well. These are only going to be 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So these are great for the top and the middle of pots or the middle of your hanging baskets.
And you got them for life, really. You know, for many years, I should say, because they'll grow, they'll spread. When I say spread, they'll form big clumps and you can divide those. But I just think they're great for filling in gaps in your borders. You know, if your borders can look quite bare sometimes in winter, can't they?
They absolutely can.
Or we've actually got 10 pots today for under £10. So they work out £1 each or 90p for club members. And Bex, really, I think a few crocus in here, because you get your free crocus bulbs, and then one of these in the centre.
I mean, honestly, one of those, I mean, Shaun would probably put 2 in because he likes to overplant things.
I like to plant in odd numbers. So.
Probably going to be 3 then, isn't it? But no, honestly, you could just put 1 in here because this is going to grow and it will spread. So 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres, you don't have to wait long. It will fill this, not a problem. And it's just a wonderful number because you're getting 10 Primrose Bonellis and you're getting 10 of these pots in there as well. Honestly, 10 of them, all the same.
Really
I've got
good,
the stack of them here. All the same. Absolutely beautiful kind of brushed finish on here as well. Those are going to look really classy, and 10 of those in one in each of these pots. That's going to create such a lovely display. Made of plastic, so they're lightweight, but they're also made of UV stabilized, frost resistant plastic. So these are designed to last you for many, many years.
And they look really nice.
It's not a one season thing at all. You're going to use these a lot. In fact, you can just keep your primroses in there.
But do you know what? You can actually buy one of these pots for $2.99. You really can, on our website.
Yeah.
$2.99 for one. But if you go for the pack of 10 on YouGarden TV today, you get it for $9.99. It works out £1 each and 90p for club members. But yeah, I would honestly, I'd put one of the primroses in the centre. I would put a few more crocus in there as well, personally speaking.
Yeah, you can do, for sure. It's up to you what you want to do, but I think that is a great hand in hand. Get your primroses, get your pack of 10 of those, plant those all up, and then you've got lovely little gifts to give to people as well.
And can I just caveat, the reason why I would put crocus bulbs in there is because I've got 400 in my greenhouse to plant. And I'm not joking.
That's how many orders Mr. Shaun Ryan has placed.
And I am actually going to do a few videos this weekend on my social media, so you'll honestly see all the crocus bulbs in my greenhouse.
I think we're both going to try and do that, aren't we, this weekend?
Yeah.
Try and get some actual gardening done.
I've got a whole area under a eucalyptus tree that looks awful. I'm just going to fill it with crocus.
I like it.
It could look really good, I think.
That's going to look, that'll look beautiful in February.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow, if the weather's good enough.
Yeah, I haven't checked the weather report for tomorrow. I'm really hoping I can get in the garden tomorrow, so...
Hey, listen, you can always go in the garden whatever weather, it's just what clothes you wear, Bex.
That's very true.
Yes. Wrap up. I must admit, I don't mind it when it's cold, but I just don't like doing it when it's really wet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I do that quite a lot.
What, go out and
I did in the summer. So there was one summer, it was last summer, and it was I was trying to dig up my bamboo, which I've now got in pots, and I was determined to get this bamboo out of the ground. And it was one of those sort of late summer torrential rains. You know, the torrential rain. So, and I just didn't...
I'm not giving up.
I'm not giving up. And I was out there in a bikini in torrential digging up this, and my husband's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't care. I was determined to get that thing out of the ground. I did it.
I must say, sometimes I will have to, I will start there all weathers just to get the job done.
Yeah, but when you start, you've got to finish, haven't you?
But honestly, great to get those pots and get some lovely displays for winter. So if you want the primrose, they're on offer today. You get a £4 saving. 410011. That's a gorgeous Primrose Benelli bicolour mix, garden ready plants. Pop them in the ground, your beds, borders, containers, baskets straight away. But yeah, they're a great little one to add to your basket to get it over £30 and then get free delivery on your entire order. But number one on the pop charts today, on the garden charts I should say, He's going to be so smug about this. It's our head gardener's selection, seasonal shrubs. Now, honestly, this is a true story. Peter McDermott is, of course, our head gardener here at YouGarden. He's spent his whole life working in horticulture. He's like, you know, he's really highly qualified, to be fair.
I know.
Yeah. And he's really passionate, you know.
He loves it.
He loves gardening. He's still got all of his passion. But he wanted to put together a hand-selected deal for all of the TV viewers today, and he basically looked at the list, the itinerary, and there's about between about 1,500 to 2,000 different, we call them SKUs, every product has a different item number, but he looked through everything and said, right, these three are the best that we've got. They work really well together and they will complement pretty much every single garden. And it did take him a while. He did swap one or two out, but he came up with the ultimate collection, and it's proved a true favourite today. So there's Peter. Yes, the picture's slightly old and airbrushed, but you know, it does. but that gives you an idea.
Rough idea.
I'm only joking, that's exactly what it looks like, to be fair. But these are the three plants, shrubs I should say, that he has selected. Shall we start with the first one to flower?
Yeah, let's do that. Ceanothus.
That's the one right at the bottom, the blue.
Yeah, that one's the first one that's going to flower for you around April time.
Yeah.
That's when it first starts. It's a gorgeous plant, isn't it, this one? It's an evergreen. You always have kind of evergreen, and they're small leaves, but lots of them, small evergreen glossy leaves on there.
And I was going to say, they're quite bright leaves, if that makes sense.
They are.
Yeah,
They are.
They're really,
like them.
they've got a lovely, say, gloss to them.
Definite gloss.
You will get just a mass of that stunning blue. You know, Ceanothus, you'll know, it really stands out. It's absolutely incredible. I know in my old house, the neighbour had one, and we got all the benefit of it because it just came above the stone wall. But honestly, it was breathtaking.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Ooh, it is.
It definitely stands out when you see the Ceanothus out at that time of year. It definitely is one that you look at, and it grows quite big as well, doesn't it?
It can do,
Or
yeah.
It can if you want.
You can grow it in pots. It's very happy in a pot. One thing I do like about it as well, it's because obviously it flowers early spring, April, May. Sometimes the weather can be quite turbulent still. And it's not badly affected if there's suddenly loads of rain or strong winds. You know, like magnolias can literally disappear overnight, can't they? You know, they can. Big storm, big showers, and all the lovely flowers go brown. This really is a great shrub in spring that looks good. You know, whatever the weather's like, it really does look good. So that's the first flower. Then we're going to move to this one, aren't we?
Yeah, Deutzia. This one's a bit more compact. So the Deutzia Raspberry Sundae is what this one's called. A bit more compact, only reaching about 1 metre by 1 metre, but it's the colour of the flowers on here. These are so pretty. You can see where the name, the Raspberry Sundae, comes from, because they're gorgeous little flowers with the pink blush to them as well. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, just like the Ceanothus does as well. Really easy to grow. Wildlife are going to adore it. And what you get are kind of arching stems that come across here, and the blooms along those. Masses of them, sweetly scented, two-tone flowers, really low maintenance. In fact, all three of these, I would say, are low maintenance plants, not ones that you need to mollycoddle and really look after. And about June, July, you know, it's the summer flowering. That's when you're going to see those gorgeous flowers on there.
Peter, our head gardener, he doesn't do high maintenance. That's what employed us. We're low maintenance bags.
Exactly, that's why we're here.
Yeah, we're easy going like these plants are. Yep. And then finally, an absolute winner at the frontier. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Look at the leaves, and it is fully evergreen, this one as well. But it flowers. This is the late flowering. It flowers from midsummer right through the way through to October, doesn't it?
Yeah, June, July, August, September, October.
Look, it's still trying to go.
You will have flowers on here. Perfect for pollinators. Royal Horticultural Society have given it that badge. It is evergreen, and it's going to flower its socks off for you through the summer. Very reliable, very easy to grow. Similar growth habit as the Deutzia as well. So You know, we're only talking 3 to 4 feet sort of height and spread on this one. But remember, with this entire collection, what you're getting are gorgeous shrubs, flowers all the way through from around April, May time, right the way through to October. These are so good to have in all gardens.
Yeah, large gardens, small gardens, those in between. If you haven't got a garden, you've got a little yard, they'll all grow very happy in pots.
They will, definitely.
Well.
Even the ceanothus that can get metres high, metres wide, you can pot grow that, not a problem.
My mum had hers in a pot for years. We did finally put it in the border, but it was in a pot for years. So that's a #1 bestseller. It is top of the pops today.
Top of the pops.
And they're working out £4.33 each. And if you're just going for the head gardener selection, you'll only pay $12.99. You would pay postage, $4.99. You'll also get your free bulbs. Your 40 crocus. So that is there you go, really great value. But if you do get your basket to £30, we will take off that postage and packaging. Remember, free delivery on all orders over £30. I love that, don't you? Peter surrounded by his 3 favourites.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
It's great. So there you go. That is a head gardener selection. It's a seasonal shrub. We will get, next time we see Peter, we will get him to do this a bit more regularly, you know, put together his personal favourites.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Yeah. Maybe seasonal favourites or something.
Yeah.
But good, yeah. It's nice to have his knowledge, isn't it?
What about Peter's best of bedding in the summer? Yeah, best of bedding.
Sounds a bit rude.
Best of bedding plants, yes. But no, seriously, his knowledge is so good. We will get him to think about
Peter's plants.
Or if you've got any ideas, Peter's plants. Yeah. No, but honestly, if you've got any ideas, what would you like to see on the show?
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Actually, that came from feedback, didn't it? Because people got in touch, because we often do a trio of things, like we're probably about to show you with the Coropsis. And sometimes, depending on the variety, you don't necessarily want 3 of the same. And so it was because of feedback from customers that this was suggested, wasn't it?
So yeah, anything you want to see, you can always put a message on, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and we will, do our very best to make it happen.
Peter's picks.
That's a good one.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Not
I like that.
Plants.
Yeah, Peter's picks. I like that one.
Peter's picks.
But yeah, we will. We'll constantly keep, listening to you lovely customers and giving you what you want. And it's so much easier to do it working live from the nursery. Of course,
it is.
Right, Coropsis is next.
Love this one.
Again, you've loved it too. 3 of these. Well, I'll say 3. I'll give you the details. So Peter's head gardener selection is 51486. The Coropsis, now these are normally $9.99 each, but today it is a buy one, get 2 absolutely free.
Yeah,
how
amazing
is that?
Love these deals, buy one, get 2. We do a few of these and I really do enjoy these because it does represent excellent value for money. With your Coropsis, I'm in love with this, a bit like I was in love with the Gora that we had a few weeks ago. It is a long flowering hardy perennial. This is going to flower through the summer months, June, July, August and into September for you as well. It is a naturally sort of rugged prairie plant, which means that it's low maintenance and it's drought tolerant. So once you get this established, you really don't need to do much to it. You give it a haircut probably, like these have had. These have had a trim down, but you'll give it a bit of a haircut at the end of the season and then you'll leave it and it'll flower its little socks off for you next year. The flowers kind of rise up tall on these stems above the fuzzy green foliage that you can see there. And I love the shade of the yellow. It's a more muted yellow rather than a bright sunshine yellow, which is it's a lovely colour to have in your garden. I know Shaun's been telling us he's going to pair it with his Verbena bonariensis.
I am. I don't want to try it.
Because that purple and that yellow, and also the height difference between the two, I think is going to be great. Because this is going to reach about half a metre.
Well, I'm thinking the purple right at the back of the border, which it is right now, and this just, towards the front, I think could look great together.
And I'm sure the flowering season for those is pretty similar as well, actually.
Yeah,
it'll be sort of June through to September time, won't it, for Verbena as well?
Well, my Verbena is still flying now, to be fair. But yeah, you're right. They really complement each other well. And think about the value. So I'm going to say to you, it's $9.99 and you're going to get buy one, get 2 free. So it's working out £3.33 each. You have got a little bit of postage to pay, but again, if you put, even if you just went for some compost, if you put the compost in your basket with these, you would not pay any postage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so do think about trying to get that basket to £30 and then you will get free delivery. And that is great. I mean, our delivery, and you'll know if you've ordered before, everything is very well packaged.
It is, really very well packaged.
I know Peter and the team, they spent a lot of resources really perfecting the packaging. So everything arrives in as, perfect condition. Lots of things are kind of strapped into the boxes so they can't move around. And most importantly nowadays as well, all of the packaging is 100% recyclable as well. Which is great. I know YouGarden really doing the bit to try and be as environmentally friendly as possible as a nursery. Right, and then just over, if you are struggling to get your basket to that magic £30, we've got these, and these are only £6.49. So if you've currently got a basket and it says £6.99 postage and it's around about, say, £25, add this to your order, and then that £6.99 postage would disappear. How pretty are these?
I'm in love with these.
Aren't they?
I am so in love with these. These Primulas are just, I mean, the colour, the name, it says it all, doesn't it? Pretty Polly Blushing Peach. And they are so pretty, and they do look like a blushing peach colour.
They do.
The centre of those, that orangey, peachy colour, and then graduating out to that lovely pink blush on the edges there. It's so pretty.
I think there's something so kind of like innocent and unspoiled about them.
Yeah.
And do you know what they do? They do get your attention, but in a really subtle way.
Yeah. They're not bright. It's not like bright red. Look at me. Look at me. It's very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, we were talking about somebody earlier that's like, only joking. No, but they're not. If these were human, they'd be that really. I think that really kind of.
It'd be that girl next door beauty.
Who's beautiful but doesn't quite realise it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
She's stunning and she has no idea.
Yeah.
Love that.
I've got a friend Manda that's like that.
Is she?
Yeah. Mandy P, I think you know as well, actually.
People
But
like
yeah,
that.
but aren't they gorgeous? And
Do Mandy P.
hey,
Do Mandy P.
yeah,
I do know who you mean.
But they
She
are
is beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous. And if you want to go for them today, just to get even just to get your basket to over £30, they're £6.49. You can buy cheaper Primulas, of course you can.
Yeah.
But are they going to be as beautiful as these? No, I don't think they are.
No, they're not at all. These are absolutely gorgeous, and they will naturalise over the years. They'll form clumps for you, so you'll be able to divide them. You'll be able to spread them. Honestly, please don't use it just as a basket filler in order to get over the the £30. They are actually beautiful in their own right as well. So if you are using it as the basket filler, fantastic. But what you are adding into your basket is something that is absolutely stunning that you're going to have for many years as well.
And I know that loads of you have added those to your basket today, so well done. It's just a really great way of getting your basket over its £30, but also just trying something different as well. But I did mention we have got our premium professional compost. We always, I'm not being funny, but we always, every single show, have so many orders going through for this. And it is an amazing compost. It truly is.
Good.
I never get bored of using it. I never, do you know what? I never ever open up a bag either and go, oh, that's not the same. That's a different compost. What have they done? Have they changed it? No, it's constant. And when I say constant, the formulation is exact. It seems to be exact every single time. There's definitely a science behind making this. Because some brands of compost, 1 week you'll buy it, it's okay, and then the next week you'll go, hang on.
Yeah, it's different.
That's different. Why is it darker? Why has it got that white funny fungus stuff on it? Why has it got big chunks of twig in it that haven't been composted down? This is, every bag we've opened in our lifetime, and it will be hundreds and hundreds of bags, always like this. But it is a premium professional compost. It arrives. Don't expect lots of marketing spiel on the front.
No.
You'll be disappointed, yeah. You're not going to read lots of bump from the front bigging it up. No, it's a commercial compost.
Yeah.
It's used by the trade here. And we are bringing it to you today. 2 bags of 50 litres for £24.98. I always feel bad going through what's in it because I know some of you will know the formulation inside out, but I think it is important because there may be new viewers today that never bought it.
And we're sorry if you are regular and you get bored of hearing us say the same things, but it's important to let you know the ingredients in here because it's made to the same ingredients list, the same recipe every single time, which means that you have got consistency with this product.
Yes.
Also, it's made on a regular basis, okay? It's not made in bulk and then sits on pallets in bags, at the nursery here for months on end. It's made and delivered in regularly, so you can always be assured of getting fresh product delivered to you. It has the best ingredients in here that are going to, you know, help to ensure success when you get your plants home. We've got 3 different types of peat in here, black and white peat. That has been reduced over the years. You know, we need to keep up with environmental issues, so that has been reduced, makes up less than 50% of the volume. I've made a ball out of that one, but look what happens as I gently look, it just crumbles away, it falls away, and that texture is really, really important, because the texture is what helps to grow strong, solid roots, isn't it?
It is, and it allows the roots to breathe. It allows, you know, I'm not being funny, but I've sometimes bought compost and it's been really dank and dark and cloggy. And roots need air; they need to breathe, and this allows them to do that. But you've got all the wood fibre in there, haven't you?
Yeah, composted wood fibre. You can see running through that compost. Now that helps with that texture, so that's one of the main reasons for that, but it also means even water distribution. It helps to retain the moisture in there as well. So these are really key ingredients. I'm just looking for other key ingredients.
Yes, here we go.
There's my green balls.
That looks like slow release fertiliser to me, Bex.
Yes, indeed, that is, and that's going to last for a good 6 months, feeding our plants whilst they're planted in here. That is so vitally important. Liquid feed is important, but this gives it to them as and when they need it.
Yeah, I think slow release is really clever, because it does allow the plants to be fed, as you say, when they need it. You know, liquid feeds are great, but sometimes, you know, you feed the plants and then that's it. You know, the next week they need feeding again. But this is slow release. It's really clever how the actual capsules are made, because they will release the food depending on things like temperature and you know how wet it is and things like that. So
there's a lot of science involved in gardening, actually, if you really want to get into it, isn't there?
But honestly, it's a great way of feeding your plants over a period of time. And then you can you've got the lime in here as well, haven't you?
Yeah, lime. So this balances out the pH in the compost, and this is where it turns it from you know, a specialist compost that you require for certain different plants into an all-round compost that you can use all over your garden, indoor plants, you know, absolutely everywhere. Seeds through to trees and everything in between is what we say, to provide you with better plants, healthier plants, you know, better shoots, better growth, better flowers, bigger bumper crops of fruits. Just a few exceptions to it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's a plant that needs an ericaceous compost, your camellia, rhododendrons, then we have got that available on our website. But we say everything from seeds through to trees. Great time of year to be making up, obviously, a lot of you making up your winter hanging baskets, your winter pots and tubs, but also repotting as well. You know, if you've got plants a bit pot bound right now.
Oh yeah, or top dressing pots.
Yes.
So I do that a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Particularly with my acers. I've got stones around them, so I take all the stones out, and then I take a couple of inches out from around the top, and I put a couple of inches of compost around the top, put the stones back on.
Yeah, because
it helps to just get a bit more goodness in there.
Because, you know, when plants have been stuck in pots for years, they can be a little bit starved.
They can.
And don't forget, if you are buying the compost, if you are a club member, you'll get the best part of £2.50 off this. And I've said it endlessly, but I do think it's worth joining the club just to get discount on your compost. But you will get discount on all of the plants, 10% off all of the plants, all of the compost, the straw. So, you know, so many benefits of joining the club. Most of you are club members, so thank you so much. But let's remind you of what we've seen so far today. Those agapanthus, they're big, aren't they?
They're so big.
They're amazing.
They're going to be great in the garden, though, aren't they?
They are.
They're going to look so good when those flowers come up.
They're
beautiful.
They are amazing. So look, normally we charge you $34.99 for one of those. Today we've reduced the price to $29.99, but if you put in the offer code YGTV42, you will get one absolutely free. That is 680130. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They are the tall ones, by the way, as we mentioned. They are, you know, about 1 metre in terms of height. They originate from Africa, as many of you know, so that means they do like a really sunny spot. They love to be in the sun. They also do like their roots, we say hugged. So basically, they want to be in a cramped area. They do better that way. So don't feel shy, putting them in really tight spaces and areas, or just keeping them in a pot. And we have got some of the great decorative pots on our website as well. But that is a really good deal. Listen, I mean it. We are really trying to clear as much stock as possible because they're big at the moment. They're taking up a lot of room in the YouGarden nursery. So really take advantage of that incredible price. Then we brought you the stocks. Now these are garden ready, so they will arrive in flower and in bud. Right now, it's a gorgeous vintage mix. I think it's just the perfect country cottage garden mix, that one, isn't it? Really wonderful. Slightly more compact variety, so around about 30 centimetres or so in terms of height. Obviously beautifully fragranced as well, and they are classed as a hardy annual. So they will start flying again in the summer. 410014 for that vintage mix garden ready plants with a £7 saving today. We've also got on the show the best value bulb collection today. In fact, this month. Look, we can't do better than this. This is the bottom line. You are going to get all of these spring flying bulbs, and there are the narcissi in there. There's different types of aliums. There are tulips. You get 30 of the tulips alone. We have got mascari, the iphiums. I mean, honestly, taking you from round about February time, there's the allium molly as well, that gorgeous yellow, but taking you from, I would say, February through to May time. So February, March, April, May, yeah, about 4 months of the year. Some more alliums there as well. So a beautiful selection. Crocus are in there as well, but don't forget you will get your extra 40 crocus included in the deal today, as long as you use the code YGTV42 630050. That is really good value. That is amazing value, actually. We've also got, if you love your alliums, we've got the complete allium collection. So 100 bulbs, but lots of different varieties, giving you different heights, different colors, but alliums are certainly one of the most dramatic bulbs. They tend to flower kind of late spring, so May time in general, but I can honestly say they are a really outstanding bulb to grow. And I like them because the leaves are not too prominent. You know, some bulbs, you get loads of leaves, and they can get a little bit of annoying after a while. These aren't. The leaves are quite insignificant, actually. And a lot of the alliums, certain ones in that collection, are great as dried sea heads. You can do lovely displays from those as well. Beautiful flowers. And the bees and the butterflies will love those as well. 630126 is your item number. Now, what about this one? Hibiscus. But it is the starburst chiffon. Now I remember, well, years ago, there were very few types of hibiscus that we'd find in the UK that were fully hardy. This one is, so hardy to around about -10. It loves the sunshine. It is a late flower. When I say that, we're talking about the back end of summer. So as everything else maybe goes a little bit over, starts to look a little bit tatty and tired, your hibiscus will just burst into flower. And this one, it is a double. I mean, look at those flowers. They are, yeah, they are a wow, aren't they? They are so beautiful. They really are. I would say, you know, some of us have got friends that are beautiful and striking. This is one of those. It is beautiful, but it is really, really striking. And the only thing we'll say is, don't worry when it gets to springtime and there's no leaves, because it is deciduous and it is one of the slowest to come back to life. So it does take its time. I know this from my mum's garden. She's always like, oh, my hibiscus have died. And I'm like, no, mum, they haven't. I promise you. Then I'll break a bit off and I'll show these green stems. So they'll be a little bit slow sometimes coming back into leaf, but once they've done that, the buds will start to form during the summer, and they are late flowering. So you've really got fantastic flowers end of summer. And then really popular today, and I'm not surprised at all, we have got the head gardener's selection. So Peter McDermott, a brilliant head gardener here, very, very knowledgeable, you know, very, very passionate about gardening. And he went through the whole list of shrubs And these three he hand selected because they work so well together and they are such good value. So the first one to flower is down the bottom, the ceanothus, flowering sort of April time, a massive blue. That one is evergreen, can grow quite big. Obviously you can keep it in shape, you can keep it trimmed, but that's probably one that's going to go the biggest out of all of them. Then bottom right, we have got the gorgeous Escallonia bottom right, which is absolutely gorgeous, known as the Pink L. That is a variety. That one is evergreen. It's a little bit more compact, so around about 1 metre by 1 metre. I would say moderate in terms of its growth, and it will flower June through to October. Beautiful, really, really beautiful. And then the one that I've missed out is the Dahlia, which is the raspberry Sundae variety. And this one, again, fairly compact, so about 1 metre by 1 metre. May lose its leaves in the winter months, but it will come back year after year, and you get these fabulous, fabulous flowers. So around about June, July, and that works out, you're going to get flowers on this collection for the best part of 4 to 5 months, starting in April with the ceanothus, and then moving all the way through to potentially October with the Pink L there, the Escallonia. And that is 511486. Been the busiest selection today, that one, so well done at home. I just hope we've got enough stock for Sunday. And then we have got, now, one of the best items that I've ever bought from YouGarden. I really mean this, heavy duty pots. So don't just look at these and think, oh, they're just a black pot. No, no, no. They have been so well engineered and designed. So the plastic is really heavy duty. You know, these will take a substantial weight. You know, obviously leaves are fine, but you can even put things like logs in here as well. I've carried, do you know what, when I've dug plants up and I've wanted to move them around, I honestly have carried really heavy things in these, and the handles have never ever broken. So they're great for moving things around, they're great for general tidy up. I use them as a garden trug for weeding, but then they are of course a fantastic pot for growing things in. So I've grown tomatoes, potatoes. Honestly, potatoes here are so easy to grow because when the potatoes are ready, you literally just tip them out rather than digging for them. They're superb. If you've got, do you know, I even use them, and I know you shouldn't really do this, but if I've got plants that are in limbo and I'm not sure where to put them, I'll just leave them here as a kind of like temporary home as well. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But honestly, brilliant value, $19.99, and postage is included today, 130011. But we have been asked a question about our agapanthus as well. And a good question, what size pot would you put them in? And I'm going to say the same as you, Bex. I would not put them in much bigger pot to start with.
No, not at all. If you hold that for me.
So hang on.
He's just knocked the plant over.
I have just knocked over.
Our Kilimanjaro.
Yes,
Burnham.
I've a
It's
Burnham.
off the ground.
It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry, it's your turn next.
You hold that.
But yeah, I would not put these in a big pot. Not yet.
So that will go in there.
That'd be quite happy.
And
there.
there's only probably, 2 inches around the edge of that pot. So actually, because this likes its roots to be hugged, that would be a good pot for it to go in.
I really think so as
Don't
well.
go too big.
No.
You don't want to go too much bigger than the pot that it's already in. A little bit bigger, just not too much bigger.
Because if you go too much bigger, it may just sulk and not flower for a while. So that kind of size, I mean, that's a 12-inch. So, you know, if you don't like this pot, don't worry, we've got other 12-inch pots, but, 12-inch, 30 centimetres. I mean, I love these, don't you?
Yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of these. They look wonderful in your garden, honestly. These would be great. But yeah, this is the sort of size that we're talking about. So maybe you've already got some at home. If you haven't, check out the website, see what we've got.
Yeah. We should point out, Roger, the agapanthus you're getting, these have flowered this year. So, you can actually see...
yeah, there's one on that one there.
Yeah. Hang on. Right, so...
Oh, who was that? Hazel. I'll say in a minute.
So who was it that was asking about the agapanthus? It was Roger.
Roger.
So basically, these have been in the nursery and they've all flowered this year. So the bottom line is, Roger, they've actually been successful in this size pot.
Yeah, they have.
They've been happy enough in those. Any flowers now have gone over, we've cut them off, so I would only, as Beck says, go a little bit bigger for the
Just a
future.
tiny bit bigger, a couple of inches.
Yeah, so 30 centimetres or so. So if you can either go for the pots we've got, or do look on our website. The rule is always use the code YGTV42 because that unlocks the offers. So that will get you your free agapanthus and your free crocus. But feel free to shop the whole website, the YouGarden website. So look at the pot selection and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. But yeah, I would say don't go much bigger than 30 centimetres.
Yeah.
And then, that should pretty much guarantee you'll get loads of flowers next year.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. And Hazel was it who messaged in. She's messaged to say that her compost is 11 stops away. She's
we need
excited
updates, Hazel. We need to know when.
Let us know when it arrives.
10 stops, 9 stops. Hey. No, it's good because that's what I was saying about YouGarden. Every part of the ordering process is great. So
it is.
You place your order, it's very easy, and you get your confirmation straight away. So it will show you what you've ordered. Then you'll get an update when it's been processed and picked. Then you'll get an update when it's out on delivery, and then when it's being delivered, on the day it's being delivered, you'll get notification of things like how many stops away from it is.
I love that, honestly.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't miss a delivery and all those sorts of things.
Yeah, it's really important. It's nice to know where your order is. And as I'll always say, if there's ever a problem with your order, then just let the customer care team know. We'd like to know. What we don't want is you to sit at home and go, well, that wasn't very good, and not say anything and not order again. Occasionally, if there's ever a problem, just let us know, and we will do our very best to put it right, and more than put it right.
Absolutely,
it's really important.
Every time.
I know Peter, our head gardener, is adamant that we really make every order and treat every customer really well. Every single one of you is really important to us.
It's how we get a successful business, isn't it? It's how we get to keep coming here and talking about plants.
Yeah, so do always let us know. But we are getting great feedback, and our average review on Trustpilot and FIFO is outstanding.
Yeah, it's really good.
Right, it is. Well, it's tidy up time.
Pots. We're doing both.
I think these go together.
They kind of do, don't they?
Yeah. Do you want to scoop first?
Let's scoop.
Yeah, I'll hold the pot if you want.
All right, there you go. You can have that.
You scoop, I'll hold.
Right, so these are really handy, particularly at this time.
Bex just likes wearing these.
Handy. I didn't mean to do that.
You do like wearing them though, don't you?
I think they're great. They make me very happy.
Do you know what they do? There's something, I think they make you feel like more powerful.
Yeah, they do. I quite like them. So these are your jumbo leaf and grass scoops. So if you are collecting up the leaves at this time of year, even if you're using them to make a mulch from, you're not necessarily putting them in the recycle bin or anything, you want to collect them all up, and then, because I've seen something about this, about mulching using your fallen leaves.
Yeah,
of course. I like that idea. I haven't done it before. I used to get rid of them. I'm going to do it this year. But you can collect them up with this. Now you can use your leaf blower to put them into one place, or a rake to put them into one place, and then you've got your extra large leaf scoops to be able to go and pick them up. Serrated edges there to help you to pick those up. And then once you've done that, they're going to go into your great big pot here.
If you've ever cut back things that are a bit thorny and a bit prickly, how many times have you, even when you're wearing garden gloves, how many times have you picked up, things like, nettles or bracken, bramble, things like that, and you've pricked yourself? Yeah,
I've got the blackberry bushes growing over the fence at the moment, which is fine. I like it when they're on the other side of the fence. I don't like it when they start coming over to my side. So then I've got to cut those and pick those up. And then they all end up on the floor and you need to pick them up. Yeah. Honestly, great. Just use your scoops. For really giving you that extra strength, being able to pick up lots more in one go. Large capacity. Yeah. You don't have to bend down quite as far. Honestly, there's so many good reasons to go for these. And they're only $7.99. You've actually got a £5 saving today. Love them. Yeah, and they do. I think if obviously you have to hold them. I think if you've got dexterity problems, I would think for most people they'd allow you to pick up so much more. Well, they sort of sit. So as you hold them, okay. So your hands kind of slip in them. Your hand slips in through there. So actually you don't have to grip this, because what you've got is your wrist is against that bit and against that bit. So you can still use these scoops without actually having to grip hold of that handle, without making a fist. I'd love my mum to try those. Hello, Mum, if you're watching, my lovely mum. No, afternoon, Carol. Because my mum, she's got very arthritic hands. Yeah, it can be hard to grip, can't it? I think she could actually hold on to those. Yeah. Honestly, because you're sort of feeding your hand through the gap.
So if you want those,
Try 'em.
7 out of 10. And when you've picked up your leaves, what do they need to go into? Your heavy-duty pots.
That's what I use mine for all the time. It's sort of the weed collection, leaf collection, the tidying up things. I grow stuff in them as well. I use one for storage. I use one for putting the recycling in before it goes out to the big recycling bin. But yeah, the one I'm using most regularly, it's when I'm going around and tidying the garden.
And just for planting, just to remind you, you've got all of the drainage holes around the side as well as underneath. The trouble is, when you've got a flat bottom, so to speak, if that's on a flat surface, sometimes if it's really wet, the water just cannot drain away. And the designers of our heavy duty pots, they know that, so they've created extra drainage holes all the way around the side. You know, most plants, not all, but a lot of plants hate being waterlogged. And that can, you know, I think I'm right in saying there's more plants that die from overwatering than underwatering.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, underwatering, they're kind of like, yeah, they'll shrink back, but they're trying to accommodate. But plants sitting in water, loads of them would absolutely hate that. So you've got great drainage, really wonderful handles that are integrated, so they're not going to break. And they are 30 litres, so they're really, really big. So honestly, great for growing potatoes, tomatoes, pretty much any of your fruit and veg. Yeah.
Strawberries are good in there. I'm growing a cordyline in one at the moment. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
I've got 2 Christmas trees in mine at the moment.
Yeah, I've not done the living Christmas tree thing. I might do that this year.
I mean, I'm not being funny. Let's be honest. The pots are not the most attractive, but what I'll do, because I've got my Christmas trees kind of stuck in the corner where you can't see them, but I'll decorate them, yeah.
Put a big ribbon around
Yeah,
it.
ribbon,
Or
hessian
you can
around.
get those skirts and things you can put around them.
I was thinking just maybe some hessian.
Yeah, some hessian will look nice.
Well, yeah. You know, because it's staying outdoors, that's all, so I need it to be...
Oh, yeah, hessian.
Yeah.
Hessian will look really
But
good.
I'm going to have them, like, front of the house, looking
You can
fabulous.
get those hessian sacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. But honestly,
Perfect.
my Christmas trees, I've loved it being in there for the year. So they got loads of uses, and they've got free postage included as well. Right, I'll leave that one down there. So, yeah, all 4 for a price of just $19.99 today. By the way, you've been a bit quiet this afternoon. Loads of orders coming through. But,
Hazel, it's 7 stops away. Her compost delivery is going to be there in 7 stops.
7 stops, Hazel.
Woohoo!
I'm counting.
I got my compost today as well. Yes.
Oh, you did? Yes. You did.
Can't wait.
Yes. Bex has got 200 litres. I've got mine ready to use tomorrow as well.
We're going to be gardening tomorrow.
I'm going to be in the greenhouse tomorrow if it's rainy, but I'm going to do something because I've got loads to do. Right, this is our sort of like slightly unusual section now. And we've got our Weigela next.
Yeah, let's start with the
Weigela,
Weigela.
you say, don't you?
What do I say? I say
Weigela, you're right.
Weigela. Weigela. Weigela.
Now, we've actually had Weigela on the show before, but not this variety. This is one of the new
Look at
ones
this
at the YouGarden
beautiful.
TV. And it's the Florida Monet. I mean, the foliage alone is delightful, isn't it?
I think this is so, so pretty. First of all, it's the first truly dwarf variegated Weigela. It's beautiful and colourful. The variegated leaves, they turn pink in the sunshine. And this has flowers on it as well through certain parts of the year. So about March, April, May time, you'll get flowers. And if you're lucky, you'll get a second flush of flowers in the summer too. It's compact, so this is going to be great for the front or mid of borders. We're talking about maybe 90 by 90 centimetres. But it's relatively slow growing. It's only going to take about, it'll take a few years for it to get to that height.
Now, we're used to seeing those flowers on the Weigela, but not without foliage.
Not the foliage, and that's the thing that is super, super interesting on here. And it is a beautiful pink that you've got. There's some lovely kind of blush pinks, and then there's even darker pinks on here. And what you've got to bear in mind is that this is probably moving past its best as far as the colour of the foliage is concerned.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's going to be, it's sunshine that makes it turn this beautiful colour.
It's probably a bit like me,
Bex,
Bex, a bit past its best.
A bit past its best.
Don't agree. Don't agree.
I'm not agreeing with you, no.
Don't agree.
But those flowers are really pretty as well, aren't they? Look at those. Why is it called Monet? Because it's pretty as a picture.
It's very good. And it's only $9.99. I think the price on this is really good, actually.
Yeah, and it's a really big, it's a nicely established plant. That's a good pot. What size pot is that? Is that a 3 litre pot?
3 litre, yeah.
That is a 3 litre, isn't it? Oh, it says it on the description.
Yes.
All right, well, at least I knew without reading it.
Don't forget, by the way, I know lots of you placing orders with us today here on YouGarden. I'm just going to say it again, use the offer code ALWAYS. That will unlock all of the promotions. YGTV42, spend £30, if you just spend over £30, you will get free delivery as well. And then we've saved this, the viburnum. Now, I've got viburnum in my garden, but not this one. This is the Kilimanjaro Sunrise. And the way this flowers is spectacular, isn't it?
It is spectacular.
Oh, it's
I'm
really
just looking
nice.
at these leaves, actually. I really like the veining on these leaves. They're kind of... That's quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, you get veining on all leaves, but that is really, really interesting. Yeah, you'd want to do a wax rubbing off that, wouldn't you? That'd be a really...
God,
I've done that since I was a kid.
I was going to say, I've not done that for about 40 years.
Last time I did that.
But it honestly is spectacular in terms of how it flowers, because... Yeah, I've got viburnum and it's nice, it's lovely, but this is rather special.
It is special. You get 4 very distinct periods of interest with this particular plant. 4 of them. This is what makes this really, really interesting. So around April, May time, it is going to erupt into flower, and this is why it is called... Look at that. Honestly, this just gets these layers of flowers. They're almost tiered on here. It is absolutely beautiful.
It does remind me slightly of the Runaway Bride hydrangea.
It does
just in the way the flowers kind of open.
Yeah, I get it.
And the way they're positioned on the actual tree itself.
It's also known as the wedding cake tree because those flowers actually appear in kind of tiers across the, layers across the entire plant. So that's the first thing. And when it's in bloom, wowee, it is a real showstopper. Then you get these the flowers that age to a blush pink. Then you get, the bright red berries. You just saw a picture of those. Those happen in the summertime. In the autumn, you get another reflowering that happens on here. It's slightly less prolific than you get, the earlier. That's
look at that. There you go.
That's the picture. That's why
Isn't
everybody
it?
loves this. So you get the second reflowering in the autumn time, but then final blaze of glory is when the leaves turn bright red and purple before falling off. I mean, you can see that it's not quite ready to get to that stage, but it will happen. It will look absolutely beautiful when those leaves turn that colour. They will drop and it will hibernate, ready to start it all over again next year.
And look at the size that you
Look at
actually...
it, it's huge.
It does arrive in a 3-litre pot. Now, I will point out, and I'm just being totally transparent and honest, it has got £6.99 postage. It will come in one of the biggest boxes that we do. It's heavy, it's big, but we will take off that postage if you get your order to over £30. So I would hate anyone just to buy this and pay £6.99 postage when they can buy another item and then get free delivery. So do bear that in mind. Nearly everybody today has spent over £30 actually. I think all but one actually. So it's great that you're being savvy shoppers because we want you to save money.
We do.
And when we place
want to
orders,
save money.
Honestly, I will really spend a little bit of time just working out what the best deals are.
Yeah.
Right, something else that's new for this afternoon.
All right, I'm going to take this down.
Yeah, it's quite big, isn't it?
Because it gets in the way.
But we have got a brand new type of lilac for you. And maybe I should actually call this lilac because it's white, isn't it?
Because it's white, yes.
£24.99 with postage included. White, how beautiful is this?
Madame Lemoine. I don't know if you pronounced that right.
Madame Lemoine. Do you think?
I'm not French. There was somebody French out there who's shouting.
I'd say it's Lemoine.
Lemoine.
Yeah, I think Lemoine.
Well, it was named after the wife of the originator of many French hybrids. Apparently, his name was Victor, and his wife, Madame Lemoine. Lemoine. What does Lemoine stand for?
I am going to ask. I've got a French friend in our village, so I will ask her. Unique. Yes.
Unique.
Yes.
Oh, I like that name.
Oh, she's
unique.
She's a teacher actually, and she's very elegant. Dresses really well.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, she's called Unique. Yeah,
especially with a name like Unique.
Yes, my mum calls her Eugenie though.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Do you know what? You can get away with anything when you're 84. Do whatever you like.
Watch it. She's only 83.
Oh.
But yes, I'll ask Unique when I get home. But This grows like a traditional lilac, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Absolutely, yes. I mean, it's going to want a sunny position.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's got the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Proven performer. Lilacs really don't require too much attention. Just put them in a sunny position. It is winter hardy, so it has that wonderful lifetime guarantee from us. It will grow big. You know, it will.
Yeah, of course, it's lilac.
Meters high, spread at the top as well. But then what you will get are these beautiful, fragrant, lovely white flowers on here. They actually start as yellow buds, and then you get a mass of these bright white.
Oh, actually, look, you can see the yellow there.
Yeah, really, really pretty. They are trouble-free, low maintenance. They are nectar-rich as well, so this is something that the wildlife absolutely adore. And May, June time is when you get those gorgeous flowers, and these are brilliant to have outside, but they're also fantastic to use as cut flowers, because they're quite long-lasting, aren't they, lilac, as cut flowers? Bring them indoors, enjoy that scent.
Just the French lilacs were so beautiful. It's a bit like French lavender, isn't it?
Of course.
You've got the English lavender, which has its merits, but then the French lavender is just that little bit more...
Just a little bit more extra.
Exotic.
Just a bit extra.
Yeah. But I think that could be beautiful. I'm actually quite tempted with that one.
I bet you are, actually.
Yeah, I think.
Have you got a lilac?
Yes, but just traditional lilac.
Just a purple lilac.
Yeah, lilac.
A lilac.
Yeah.
Get a white
Which
lilac.
I love, but I'm just thinking the white nearby it could look rather
it'd look
nice.
lovely.
Yes. So,
There you go, add another one to your list.
If you are buying that, let us know what you think, actually. It's free delivery, $24.99, and it looks very healthy, of course, but it's a great time to plant, you know. Don't wait until spring. You could do, but if you plant it now, yeah, it's going to get settled. And
it'll nicely establish, and then you'll have a better plant next year. It'll get established much quicker.
By the way, lovely to have your company. Welcome to YouGarden TV, if you just joined us. We're here with you till 4 o'clock, and then we are back Sunday, 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. So we would love to see you on Sunday. Stu, our head of technical, is not here.
Well, he thought he'd take a little holiday.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
We've got Christian, haven't we?
We have got Christian. Christian's going to be back. He did a good job, didn't he?
It was great. It was great. But we're hoping you're going to be here. We love it when you tune in to all of the shows. Don't forget, if you ever miss a show, I'll show you how to find us. So you might have missed this morning's show, you might have missed yesterday's shows, you might be thinking, oh, what did they have? Or you maybe missed a bit and you think, oh, you want to hear it again. If you go to a website, always look out for the YouGarden TV banner, okay? Depending on what device you're watching us on, whether it's a computer, might be a phone, a tablet, it might be at the top, it might be at the bottom, but just click onto that. And this tells you the schedule. Now, for the rest of October, we're staying to the same hours. So it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday, 10 and 2. So that's all for all of October. It might change in November. We'll keep you posted. Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. So 2. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that could be a long day. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you, Bex. So when we're live, you just press the green, and there we are.
That wasn't me, but
no. But,
No, I know. Showing the website, it was showing the website.
Yeah, so, but
it's complicated.
Yours will show it live. But if you miss a show, you just go to the yellow banner and you can catch up with all the previous shows. So that's all you do. So there you go. Yesterday's already there. They are uploaded to YouTube, of course, as well. But yeah, you know, if you ever miss a show, and the great thing is, we'll be able to stream.
If we would sell one of these.
There you go. But the great thing is, you can sort of like, if there's a bit you're not interested in or a bit you're particularly interested in, you can choose, can't you? So you might just be thinking, oh, that hydrangea's nice, I haven't seen that. Well, again, all the details will be on our website as well. So it's really great. Streaming is the way forward, isn't it?
Oh, always. Yeah. That's how I watch.
Yeah, I do. But having said that, it is nice to watch live because then you can interact with us as well.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people did miss the live gardening shows, particularly on the Sunday. So, that's why we do them.
Yes.
And we like it when you message us. Who is it? Carol, who was it? I've forgotten her name. Compost delivery. 7 stops away. Hazel.
How many stops away is it?
Come on, Hazel. Update us. Let us know.
Do you know what?
Where is it?
I reckon it could be there now.
Could be.
Yeah.
7 stops away.
Hazel's there. Open up a compost as we speak.
Oh, she might be out in the garden. She might have stopped watching now.
Yeah, she might be busy planting things up, but she might watch us later. But we've still got a few items to show you as well.
I've forgotten to put some plants out.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're
We're looking for. There you go. Well spotted. There's our anemones. But we are going to...
There we go.
Go to something really a little bit unusual now. And YouGarden, it's all about gardening for everybody. We really do bring you huge variety, including some rare plants, some unusual plants. And these are cranberries. And I can honestly say, I've never grown cranberries.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
And I really like the
doing
idea.
It, though. Yeah, definitely.
I really want to be able to make cranberry sauce and put it on the.
Yeah. I'll just be back. Sorry.
Go for it. I really like the idea
bulbs.
of making cranberry sauce and putting it on the Christmas table. You know, with the turkey. I've got my own cranberry sauce. I grew it. I made it. Here you go. And we've decided that cranberry sauce is going to be easy to make, haven't we, Shaun?
Well,
I mean, we've got no idea, but we think it's going to be easy.
One thing's true, it's got to be better with fresh cranberries.
Oh my word, it has got to be. Yeah. And grow your own. We are very keen here at YouGarden on grow your own. I think it's a clever thing to do. It's an enjoyable thing to do. Grow your own never tastes as good. Buying from the supermarket never tastes as good as when you grow it yourself.
And do you know what? What I'm really pleased about, the breeders have done so much work into making grow your own accessible for all types of garden. You know, in the old days, you'd actually have to have maybe an allotment of a big garden with a vegetable patch. But now, I think lots of people live in, you know, homes with small gardens, small spaces. So there's lots of varieties that you can grow even in a small space. I mean, I grew a particular tomato this year that was great in a hanging basket.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Yeah. I mean, it just trailed. And I loved it. And there was no staking or anything. It grew...
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it was... I can't remember the name now. It's on my social media. You'll see if you go backwards.
Now, I'm forgetting the names.
I know. I can't.
Come back to 2 o'clock in the morning. You'll go. That was it.
But it was great, and it just tumbled and trailed, and it was wonderful. It really was.
But that's what you can do with this.
Yeah, because this is
trails,
semi-trails, doesn't
just
it? Yeah.
Semi. We're not talking loads, okay? But yeah, it would work beautifully in a hanging basket or in a taller pot, because this will trail by about 30, 40 centimetres, foot and a half maybe. So if you get it in a taller pot, it'll just gently tumble over the edge, or get it in a hanging basket, lift it up so the dog can't pee up it, which mine would do quite happily.
See, my cat would never do that.
Yeah, my dog will.
No. But, you know, I love the fact that you could put it in a hanging basket or a pot.
Yeah, it's really good.
The foliage is actually really attractive, and you'll have seen, if you've seen any of the garden shows this year, mixing fruit and veg in with your regular gardens is absolutely, you know, it's fine now. It's trendy, actually, you know? Yeah. So I'm even thinking, right, those in a hanging basket, there's no reason why those could not be surrounded by winter pansies.
Yeah, absolutely. They're evergreen as well, so you've always got interest with this. Okay, so it's not going to go bare during the winter months. It does stay evergreen. It does want an ericaceous compost, though. That's the only thing I will say. This is the ericaceous loving one. So you do need some ericaceous compost. Have a look on the website. We have bags of them available, and this is what makes it a great pot plant as well. Or because obviously you can fill it with ericaceous compost. It's brilliant, though. It's tough, it's rugged. You'll be growing your own cranberries, and when you cook that turkey, you can put your own cranberries on the table next to it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You should get fruit in its first season, so you should get fruit next year on this, and about August, September into October time is when you'll be picking those fruits.
Do let us know.
And you'll get more each year.
If you've ever made, because we haven't, we'll be honest, we've never made
cranberry sauce.
We're presuming it's fairly easy, but let us know if you've ever made it and give us a few tips as well, because definitely thinking of buying that. Had an update on Hazel's compost delivery, 3 stops away. Nearly there. Malcolm was just asking if my tomato was Tumbling Tom, and it wasn't. So definitely wasn't that.
Oh. Did you get them from YouGarden?
I'll be honest, I didn't. I bought seeds. I grew them myself.
You did seeds?
Yeah. Oh. Malcolm, if you go on my social media and go back about 4 months,
you'll find him on there. Shaun,
SHAUN, Ryan, presenter and plant man on Facebook. You'll go back and there's a video of me in the greenhouse.
You doing the video.
But anyway, I will remember. It might come to me at the end of but it wasn't Tumbling Tom. It definitely wasn't. Anyway, back to thank you, Malcolm. Though we'll get there. What else have we got for you? Rhododendrons.
Oh, these have been really popular, and you know why these are so popular. We do love a Japanese azalea, don't we? Yeah. They're so pretty. The flowers are real show-offs, aren't they? And you're getting 3 different varieties included in here. You're getting that gorgeous red, that beautiful white, and the pink included in there as well. Now, with your rhododendrons, they actually like shady spots. You know, dappled shade, part shade. They don't want to be in full bright sunshine, certainly midday sun. They don't like it, do they?
No, I made the mistake of putting some of mine in a border that I thought was going to be okay, but then we had a really hot summer and they really caught the sun and they hated it. They didn't die, but they weren't really crispy.
Yeah, they just won't like it.
No.
I mean, they're pretty, tough plants, rhododendrons. They're winter hardy, so you've got that guarantee from us at YouGarden. So I don't think you'll kill them particularly.
But they would not be
They just
happy
don't like
no,
it.
They're not designed for a sunny spot. I always think with plants, I always go with the basics. If it likes sun, put it in sun. If it likes shade, put it in shade. If it likes a bit of both, you know where to put it. But, don't try and force it to be somewhere it's not, happy. Because it'll always struggle.
It's true, I've done it.
And then give them the right, soil, basically. Some plants thrive in, a clay soil like you've got.
Yes.
Some don't. But
I've done it so many times, try to shoehorn it into somewhere because I'm like, well, that's where the gap is, that's where it's going. It doesn't work.
The great thing is, though, nowadays with the internet, if you're never sure, you can always go online and get things, information really easily. And also, we do have a lot of information, of course, on our YouGarden website, and we're going to put loads more content and loads more advice on there. And hopefully during the live shows, you get to learn a lot as well. If you've got any questions, you can always message us, and the team here at YouGarden will do our very best to answer any queries. But it's I don't know. It's just a lovely journey, isn't it? It's great. When you're getting into your garden, a lot of people I think got into gardening during lockdown, didn't they?
Yeah, there was loads.
Big surge, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people working from home. We were at home a lot. Obviously, we weren't allowed to leave, so we wanted our gardens to look amazing.
Yeah. I used to live in a flat in Leeds, and I only had a little balcony, but even that gave me pleasure. Just getting outside, even a little balcony. I still had loads of pots and things. Well, I had some I could barely get out, and I used to just be able to stand there and look at them all, but I did enjoy it.
I've really got into it over the last, sort of 5-6 years. It was just, it's a lovely escape, and I love nurturing and watching things grow, and I'm trying new things all the time. I've never really grown from seed before, and I'm thinking I might quite like to do a little bit of that. I've never done that before, so that'd be good fun.
It takes a bit of time, a bit of patience.
But watching it when it pops through. I've done a couple of little things in the past, but nothing major.
The best thing I ever did when I moved into my new house, the lounge wasn't finished, so it was literally concrete and 2 big sliding doors. And we knew, I'll be honest, it was during lockdown, so you couldn't even buy carpets easily, and you just couldn't buy anything. So I turned it into a massive greenhouse. And I grew loads of seeds, and it was because it had underfloor heating.
That's awesome.
So honestly, the combination of underfloor heating and all this light, it was the best greenhouse ever.
I bet it was.
I mean, honestly, it did smell like a organic smell.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful. And I bought some coleus seeds, and it said 800 seeds.
I love coleus.
I do, honestly.
The colours from coleus.
You should have seen me that year. I had about 400 of them.
Oh my word, they're so
I gave
pretty.
them away to people in the village in the end because there's so many.
Yeah, I love coleus.
But I think you can be adventurous with gardening, and whatever space you've got, you can make it work. And we have got plants for everybody. Whatever space you've got, whatever position maybe your gardens. I think they were sun gold.
I grew sun gold, but they're not a trailing one.
Oh no, they weren't sun gold. No, I have grown sun gold, but there wasn't that one.
No, because I grew sun gold. They're the sweetener one. They're the sweet ones, aren't they? The 9.3 on the brick scale of sweetness.
When I finish the show, I'm going to go on my social media. I'm going to have to go back into it's about 6 months when I actually put the seeds in, maybe even 7. So I'll find out.
I remember that video, but I cannot remember the name.
No, I did grow sun gold though. But
sun gold is amazing.
But it wasn't
really sweet.
Anyway, we digress.
We'll get into that next year.
Yes. We'll do tomatoes next year.
Next year.
Anemones next. Now, these are in their prime right now, late summer flowering. These are fully hardy, so they will come with a lifetime guarantee. All of YouGarden's fully hardy products do come with a lifetime guarantee. So if they ever don't perform, if they don't thrive, if the worst happens, let us know and we will replace them free of charge. All you pay is the postage. But aren't these absolutely gorgeous? Now, 2 of these are award-winning, aren't they? 2
of them, yes. They've got the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. That's the 2 pink ones, the vivid pink and the light pink.
What's wrong with the white one?
I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Whirlwind. The white Whirlwind, she is beautiful as well.
She's gorgeous.
But she has the winter hardy. They're all winter hardy, so you can still shop with confidence because we will guarantee these lifetime guarantee on all of these. If they fail to thrive, you can get them replaced free of charge. All you have to do is contact our customer services department and they'll replace them. All you have to do is cover the postage. Very few people ever take up the lifetime guarantee, by the way, here at YouGarden. It rarely happens because there isn't any need to. Now then, these do love a sunny position. They will tolerate part shade, but they do want to be in as much sun as you can possibly give them. But as Shaun said, these are your late flowering. So they're going to flower in the summer months for you, July, August, July, August, but it's into now, September and October. This is where they're really in their prime because these are going to look beautiful when a lot of other flowers don't.
And I just like the way that these form because you don't need to stake them. Some plants need staking and sometimes they can look a bit messy. These are self-supporting, but also I think they move really nicely in the breeze and wind. Do you know what I mean? They're quite they're like a little dancer sometimes.
I love them.
I do. And they're again very, very easy to grow. Just give them that sunny spots. And one thing I will say is I think, well, it's up to you, but I think these could look quite nice together grouped, don't you?
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have to, though. You don't have to.
They will. So about a metre 20, so 3-4 feet in height and similar kind of spread on these. So do you know what? If you put all three together, it'll probably fill a really nice space for you.
Although actually I'm thinking along a border, just positioned individually. They'd look great as well, actually. Yeah. You'll decide. You've got your own gardens.
You know what space you've got, so yeah.
But they are really, really lovely flowers to grow, and they will come back year after year after year.
You get loads of flowers on there as well. Once they get established, they are really quite, prolific with their flowering.
And gardening, I think it is always worth giving yourself some extra time. When I say that, I mean plant them now.
Yeah.
This is a great month for pretty much planting everything. So your perennials, your bulbs, for repotting, bare roots.
Moving anything.
Yeah. Winter bedding. It's a great month.
I suppose the only thing is splitting and dividing. I would normally wait till spring to split and divide.
I would. It depends what it is, but yeah. But
That's
there's
loads
you can do right now, and that will mean you're going to have an even better garden in 2024. It's really nice, isn't it, when you're proud of your garden?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm proud of bits of mine.
Yeah, me too. I'm proud of bits of it. But, it's never finished, is it?
No, it's not.
Never finished.
There's the odd night, actually, where you sit back and go, oh, it's looking really good, But it's ongoing. But
I got plans for mine.
But it keeps you, doesn't it keep you healthy? Right, we're heading towards the end of the show, so we've still got a few things to show you. These are going great, actually. These are rock roses. So buy 6 plants for $9.99. You get 6 different colours, or you can double up and get 2 lots for just $14.99. Now, when you get these home, they're all labelled. So I don't know if you can just show that, Bex.
Are.
Because you might be thinking, how do I know which is the coral one?
You see the
letters
on there? A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F.
Yes.
Correct. Round here, look, that's where the label is. So what you will do is match the letter up to the name on here. So if you're planting specific colours and you want to colour coordinate or whatever it is, you can tell which is which by looking at that.
Great.
So yeah, you're getting 6 different colours included. Obviously, if you're going for the double up deal, you'll get 2 of each of those. Rock roses, tough, hardy, drought tolerant, trouble free. These are lovely terminologies when we're talking about plants, aren't they?
I haven't got a rockery. I've got an area where I want to put one, but obviously they are ideal rockery plants. But they're fine in beds and borders.
Yeah, absolutely. Put them into beds and borders. They're a great gap filler. They don't get massive. We're only talking a foot by a foot, but you get lots of flowers on there. Rockeries, gravel gardens, sunny borders, all of those areas. These are going to look absolutely brilliant. Very little maintenance required on these as well, though. Quite easy gardening because they are such hassle-free things. After flowering, trim them back to 1 inch of new growth. Leave them alone. They'll do their thing again next year. That's it.
They're lovely. I think I need to get some of those. I haven't got those yet.
Yeah, I like them. They're really good.
They can go on the list. That evergreen list. But you know, this, you know, when you think about the varieties we've had on today's show, so the huge agapanthus to the little rock roses.
I know.
And everything in between.
This is why it's gardening for everyone. You know, if you've got an allotment, we've got stuff for you. If you've got a balcony garden, we've got stuff for you. If you do pot plants, we've got stuff for you.
And if you haven't got a garden, don't worry, we've got some great house plants on the website as well.
Absolutely.
We really have.
If you've got a large garden, we've got big plants, we've got little plants. If you've got like I've got 2 kids, so I've got this classic patch of grass with borders around the edge. We've got stuff for everybody here, honestly.
But your garden looks great. The borders look fantastic.
Thank you.
Right. I wonder how Hazel's orders go. Oh, 3 stops away.
3 stops it was.
3. Okay.
It's got to be there now.
Right, what else we got to see? I tell you what, we need to go back to actually the head gardener selection.
Of course.
So just a quick reminder. I know most of you know this already, but free postage when you spend over £30 today. So we've extended the offer. That's brilliant. Free P&P when you spend over £30.
Back in a minute.
Be clever. You know, try and get your order to over £30. If you've got a basket right now and it's got £6.99 postage on it, then put something else in, and if it goes to over £30, we will get rid of the postage. And what we've got here, Bex?
Yeah, so this is your free gift with purchase. So all you have to do when you make a purchase is put in the code YGTV42. That's the code for this week. It does change on a weekly basis, so you do have to get the right code. But this is what will be put into your basket for you. It'll automatically go in there, entering that code, and you get 40 free crocus bulbs worth $9.99. Automatically put into your basket, free with purchase. Adore that, because I think crocus are some of the best bulbs.
And look, I'm just being honest, they're just such an easy bulb to plant because they're small.
Easy.
You know, you're not digging down 3-4 inches.
You don't have to go too deep, do you?
No, you know, I mean, you know, if you're putting them in pots and things, you can literally just poke your finger in, shove them down a couple of centimetres and job done. So
just do that.
I know you might be, I've got 400 crocuses to plant, and normally, you know, if that was some other bulbs, I might be overwhelmed, but no, I'm not. I was like, now I can get you.
Yeah, I've got about that many tulips and I'm a bit overwhelmed by it. I'm a bit overwhelmed by it.
But they are, you know, even if you've already got a bag of those crocus, you know, put another order in, get another free gift. You'll always find somewhere to put them, and you'll really be grateful in February when those say gorgeous crocuses start coming up.
Yeah, and if you don't know where to put them in your lawn.
Yeah, that's what you've done.
Genuinely, because you'll be taking up space in your borders and in your pots and things that you might want for other things. Just put them through your lawn, because they're such early flowering bulbs. You're not mowing your lawn in February, are you?
No, not normally.
It's too early to be mowing your lawn. They'll just pop through, give you those lovely little pops of colour, and then they'll naturalise as well, so they'll multiply and they'll
or
look
just
beautiful.
buy some of our great pots and put them in those as well. So they are free with every single order today. You don't need to do anything apart from putting that code, which is YGTV42. But back to our head gardener's choice. It has been the most popular product this week here on YouGarden TV.
Yeah.
So Peter McDermott, our head gardener, very, very experienced, very knowledgeable, lovely man actually. He is really very generous. He gave my garden club all free gifts last week.
He
didn't he,
did,
Bex? Yes.
and they were lovely gifts, weren't they?
Oh, they all love him now.
I bet they do.
Yes. But he's very experienced, and he's put together the best of the best. There he is. There's Peter. Don't laugh. That's a great picture.
It is a great picture. Just wish he hadn't been looking into the sunshine when.
No, there's a great picture
of
of him. I think it's a great picture, and he really, really cares about his customers and working here at the nursery. So you imagine, as our head gardener, he went around the nursery, looked at the stock list, and he selected 3 of the best shrubs that really complement each other, that are going to work pretty much in any garden. And this is a really good choice. You've loved it today, so it's been our top seller. So we're going to start off with the first to flower, which is the ceanothus. That's what it looks like. These are normally £9.99 each. That will be, when it works out, £4.33 if you break down the price today. And that's going to be the first to flower, maybe sort of April time onwards, and you're just going to get this carpet of blue, aren't you?
Carpet of blue all over the evergreen shrub here, and it's beautiful. It's evergreen. It can get quite big if you want it to. We are talking 3 meters height spread. You can keep it in a pot. You can trim it back if you don't want it to get too big. I personally want it to get that big. I've got it against the fence. There's there's something over the other side. I want to obscure it. I don't want to look at it, and that's why I put a ceanothus there, because I know it's going to get that big and it will cover it.
And they are evergreen, so don't be shy of putting this in a place where it can grow quite big, because it will look nice all year round. It'll look nice all year.
And then April, May, you'll get those, and they're such a good colour blue, aren't they? They really do shine.
They pop.
They stand out, and it gets covered in them.
And you might get a second flourish. My mum's got quite a lot of ceanothus coming out right now, but she had the most amazing display in April.
That's awesome. I like that. Yeah.
But it's been a really unusual autumn. I think it thought it was spring again. It's like, oh, here we go again.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so we've had like 22 degrees in the second week of October. So plants may do strange things in the current world that we live in. So this is the next one, the Deutzia.
The raspberry Sundae. This has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, just like that ceanothus does. This one's going to flower for you around June and July time. Oh, look at those flowers. You get loads of them. Two-tone. They have a nice scent to them, nice sweetly scented flowers. You get lots of them, and it's lovely the way these grow, because you get sort of arching stems, and then the blooms kind of growing along those. They are so pretty. Nice and compact, low growing, only reaching about a metre, so 3-4 feet height and spread here. Nice compact shrub, winter hardy. In fact, every single one of these that we're showing you within this selection has the winter hardy guarantee from us. So that's taken us, so ceanothus took us from sort of April, May time with the flowers into June, and then Deutzia June and July time. Then we go on to our lovely Escallonia, the pink L. This one's the one that's going to take us just that little bit further with the flowering, starting in June time and then all the way through to October.
And this is from stock round. Yours may arrive in flowers like ours is, may not, but some of them we looked on the nursery and Peter checked. Some are still in flower. Love the foliage in here. It's like it's glossy. It's evergreen. So my mum used to have one of these in a previous garden, and it was gorgeous. It was really pretty. So those three, I would say for any garden, I mean, that would do very nicely in a pot. All of these would actually. Yeah,
you can grow all three of these in a pot. So the Deutzia and the pink L, the Escallonia, those are the smaller growing ones. Maximum growth on these, as I say, 3 or 4 feet. Obviously, your ceanothus, if you want it to, can get much bigger, but that can easily be grown in a pot, just like your mum's was.
My mum's was in a pot for, several years. We did finally we had a new border put in a garden, so we put it in there, in the corner, and it's just gone, it loves it.
I can't wait.
It looks really
Mine
good.
are tiny, so mine are probably not much bigger than this. And I can't wait. I can't wait for them to grow. I cannot wait for them to get big.
And what I would say about all of these, the flowers are pretty resistant. Some things that, like I said, I've used I was talking earlier about magnolias, and there's a massive magnolia at the back of my mum's garden, and it looked amazing. And then suddenly there was a dreadful storm.
You just need one windy day, don't you?
Yeah, it was windy and it was wet, and all of these purple flowers just went to mush. It was really quite sad. But all of these are pretty good in terms of, how the flowers respond to, even if it's like heavy downpours, lots of wind and things like that, they look really good, They're gorgeous, and a great selection from Peter, our head gardener.
Well done, Peter.
He has still got it.
Well done.
After all of these decades. Right, what else we got, Bex?
Coropsis.
Yes, let's go this way.
This one.
These are on offer today, so it's a buy one get two absolutely free.
Yeah.
They're normally $9.99 each. They're 560773, and again, plant them now, and then next year you're going to get these amazing displays. It's a buy one get two free. Great for the middle of the border, about 50 centimetres in terms of height and spread, and they love a sunny spot, and that is 560773. Flower time June through to September, and they are a perennial, of course, coming back year after year after year. Absolutely gorgeous, those. And then finally, just one over this side of the studio, our potting shed. We have got, if you're looking for a little basket filler, maybe your basket is under £30, you're thinking, well, what can I put in there to get my free postage? We've got 3 of the Primulas. Now, there are many, many varieties of Primulas, but do you know one that's quite as pretty as this? It's called Pretty Polly Blushing Peach. Absolutely gorgeous. They are like mini roses, aren't they? And you've got the swirls of the gentle peach just bleeding into that pink. They are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? And you are saving £6.50 today on those. 480866 at just £6.49. And don't forget to get your free bulbs and all the promotions. You do need to put in that code YGTV42. Just one minute, the other really low price item we've got today is our Primrose Benelli. Now you're actually going to get 10 of these, and they're garden ready. So I've just gone out now. Look, you can see really great roots. That is just ready to go straight in the ground. Some are, there's a few beginning to flower right now. And we are talking about flying throughout the winter months, so November all the way through to April time. And at the end of the season, they're not going to go away. They're just going to die down a bit. They're going to rest during the summer months. But over a period of time, you will get, I'm just going to show you, get kind of like clumps. So they will end up, like one plant will look more like this, they'll just form clumps like that, and you can dig them up, separate them. I mean, I'm not a cautious gardener, I'm a little bit of a rough gardener, but it's not done me any harm over the years. But you can literally divide those up as they get formed big clumps and get more and more and more. They are the bicolour mix, so you're going to get lots of different colours. You can see there some of the varieties there, spectacular, aren't they? I love that kind of red and yellow one there at the back as well. 410011, but another great way of getting your basket to over £30 and getting that free delivery. And we are looking at just about 60p a plant on those as well. But before we say goodbye, we've got to finish with a couple of your absolute favourites today. And this is on my list. I am definitely buying the table because I love raspberries. I love blackberries, and this is like a combination of both of those, isn't it?
It's a hybrid, yeah. It's a mixture of the two of these. But actually, it's better because you get this lovely sweet and aromatic flavour from here, which is better than either of those two fruits. Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's incredible, isn't it?
And on our social media, a lot of you have commented, and on our YouTube Live and Facebook Live, those of you that have grown them have said, oh yeah, really good.
Really nice.
We haven't grown them, so I'm going to grow them for next year. In fact, I might buy the double-up deal and treat Bex to one of these.
Oh.
Yeah. Why not? I'm feeling generous, Bex. But they are, you might be saying, well, why do we not see, if this fruit is so wonderful and so sweet and tasty, why can you not buy it in the supermarket? But it's a fruit that doesn't transport well.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't think raspberries transport particularly well, I'll be honest.
No, I agree. They're quite soft and fleshy, aren't they?
Sometimes you look in the supermarket and you'll pick up a put it and go, actually, no.
If you turn it over.
They're already going a bit mushy at the bottom. These are even worse at transportation than a raspberry, so that's why, really, the only way of enjoying them is to grow your own. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, you do need a bit of support on these, don't you?
You do. They are a little bit of a climber. We're not talking massive. We're not like wisteria climber. We're talking maybe 2 metres as far as the climbing is concerned. So in a pot with some canes, get one of our tower planters, tower pots.
Or I'm thinking the 30-litre pots with some canes.
Yeah, 30-litre pot with some canes in it. That'll be absolutely fine, just so that it's got something to climb around. But you'll get lovely flowers on here May, June time. You'll be picking fruits August, September time. As I said, you get those deep red fruits that resemble those large blackberries, but they are sweeter and more aromatic.
Well, that's a new word.
Aromatic.
Yeah, I like that one.
Find a sunny spot for them, though. They want as much sun as you can get them. You can even train them up a wall. Like if you put wires up a wall, they'll just climb gently up there.
I hope Stu, who's head of Technically, I hope he's putting together all of our bloopers specs. Are you, Stu?
There'll be a few of them, won't there?
Yeah, we'll do something special at Christmas. But yeah, I think great. And we want you to try new things.
Yes, please.
All you need is a space to put these in a pot. That is it, really.
So easy.
Yeah.
So easy. Yeah, and grow your own. It's so much fun. And as a mum, I really like to do a few grow your owns. My youngest, he's more into it than the oldest one. The oldest one wants to just sit on his phone. But yeah, we did potatoes and we've done strawberries and we've done a few different things.
Lovely, isn't it?
And it's so much fun to do it.
And what I would say is I would buy this today and I would plant it. I'd put it in a big pot, or in the ground, wherever you're going to grow it, but I would do it and let it get established for next year. Then you're bound to get a far better yield.
Yeah, and you should get fruits next year, but then every year you'll get even more.
Yeah, these do not look like brand, new young plants.
No,
They've definitely got a few years growth on them, haven't they?
I think so. Is this a 2-litre pot? Yeah, it's a 2-litre. So we'd normally say per litre. It's a year, isn't it? So potentially this is a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it could be even more, actually. But yes, I'm definitely going for those. I will let you know how I get on. And they're 310062. Buy one for $9.99, double up, and you'll get two for $14.98 there. And then loads of you went for this morning. Right, seriously, we are busy. Thank you to everybody. Obviously, spend £30, you get free delivery, because this is $6.99 postage. Let's not, hide away from that, because it is big. It will come in a big box. It is heavy, but if you went for two of these, you get free delivery. Or if you spend just over £10, again, you'll get free delivery. There are so many wonderful varieties of hydrangeas, the Little Lime being one of them, but the fact that it's a standard.
It's got a nice smell to it. I never really think of hydrangeas as being
scented nice.
Particularly, but
no, that's lovely.
That has got a nice scent to it, hasn't it?
And that, I mean, this is probably just slightly gone over, but that is the paniculata. That is the shape, the dome of flowers.
Panicle.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
And they're hardy. I'm sorry, I always beat them up, but I try and replicate, the British weather. This is why one of the reasons why we love hydrangeas so much is because they are so very kind of tough and hardy. Yeah. They are great for that reason. The flowers themselves look great when they go over and they start to fade. You leave them on the plant over the winter months, and they still look amazing, once they've gone over. And then you just trim it back in the springtime, and it's ready to do it all over again. I love the colour change you get on here. They come out lime, they'll age to kind of a blush and a creamy pink and a white colour in there as well. So that's really interesting, isn't it?
And I do think, again, that could look great in a pot. The only thing we'll say is hydrangeas, and the clue is in the name, they do like quite a lot of water.
Yeah, if you're going to keep this in a pot, you do need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, they really, really do like to be, nice and hydrated. 510424. We're nearly out of time. If you were to pick one product from the show, what would you go for, Bex?
Oh, I don't like doing this. I am going to pick the camellia. No, sarcococa. No, camellia. Sarcococa.
Be decisive, Bex. That's what we like. I'm going to pick the Tayberry.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's intrigued me. Okay. I want to grow it. I want to see what this fruit tastes like. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Because I love raspberries and I love blackberries, so I think I'm going to adore those.
Yeah, definitely.
We are out of time, so you can still order after the show. Remember, I know I've gone on about it, but spend over £30, you'll get free postage. What's the offer code, Bex?
YGTV42. When you place your order, it's normally down the right-hand side of the screen. That is where you'll need to enter that code. That's going to unlock all of the offers, so the buy one get two frees, all of those sorts of things. Plus, it will add these bulbs into your basket. This keeps walking away, this board. It's got a life of its own, but you will get your free crocus worth £9.99. It's been absolutely lovely to have been with you today. 2 days.
We're back on Sunday. We're going to do some gardening. Forgive us, we're going to do a couple of days of gardening. We need to crack on with it.
Going to do
but we're back Sunday morning, aren't
10
we?
o'clock, come and join us again. We've got a couple of new items to bring in for you on Sunday, but we're going to do it all over again.
Yes. And if you want to know more about what's happening with YouGarden, do follow us on our social media. Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
Bex with an X Edwards, My Garden.
But this is YouGarden, and thank you so much, you lovely gardeners. We'll see you live on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.